player in the world. I think that showed us a little bit of something yesterday, but Adam Scott is even. Justin Rose is even. Minwoo Lee had another one of those, had up and down round. He shot 39 on the front rally to finish even. Point being, man, I mean, just from even to 5, there are over 50 golfers. And the winds are blowing and the rough is growing and the greens are going to be fast. This thing is going to be it's going to be a shootout, man. There are going to be a lot of names that ride roller coasters up and down first to make it through cut day, and I would expect it to continue into the weekend. We could have one of those deals on Sunday where there are, one of those tournaments where there are 7 guys within 2 shots and they just ping pong back and forth, which would be a whole lot of fun, by the way. So more talk from the players. If you were able to get here yesterday, the rain blew through, but I think we, for the most part, dodged it. It was quick, and hopefully you got shelter and you were able to enjoy what turned into a beautiful evening here on the First Coast. And if you're coming out today, you shouldn't have any weather issues when it comes to rain. Again, a lot windier, a little chillier out here for what will be the beginning of round 2. Well, it's round 2, so to speak, for James Gladstone, Tony Baselli, Liam Cohen, their staff, and the Jaguars. And free agency this – look, I was right. E.T., good morning, friend.
South by say, Jeffrey.
Did you make it out here yesterday?
I made it out there.
Of course you did. It's the player, and you're a player. So, look, I was right yesterday. When they called that press conference yesterday, it's because they pretty much have closed shop, no? I mean, there is not going to be a huge supply. They're not done. James Gladstone said that. Look, today's the beginning of the year. We're excited to be able to, continue to piece this roster together. But he also pointed out there was a difference in the free agency philosophy that last year saw him sign a lot of guys, and this year's philosophy, which is more simmering than cooking.
Quite a bit different than, a year ago today, right? We came out the gates, what you might call as hot, signing double-digit free agents, external free agents right off the bat a year ago, and the whole approach to that cycle was raise the floor of the football team, and that was a part of it. We're at a stage now where, a higher volume of draft capital is what we're hunting up, and those compensatory picks. When you think about high-priced free agents of ours ended up signing elsewhere, well-deserved contracts. I mean, a lot of guys that have already announced his signing, they did their part to put themselves in really sound positions to earn that, and excited for all those guys.
Let me tell you guys a big fringe benefit of getting good, and we have not had this because we haven't been good. But when you get good and you lose good players, there is a fringe benefit waiting for you on the other side, and James Gladstone just referenced it there. You get compensatory draft picks, and in the case of Devin Lloyd and Travis Etienne, those will be third-round picks in next year's draft. So, yeah, you lost them, but in essence, you traded them for third-round picks. You will get those next year. Newsome and Wingard going to bring compensatory draft picks. Doubt they'll be the third-round level, but depending on how they play this year, 4th, 5th-round picks. So that's 4 draft picks they're getting because they're losing good players, because they're a good team. And I think that's kind of a sneaky reason why the well-run teams, despite year after year losing an important contributing player, they're able to restock if they're good at scouting and drafting. Because you don't lose these guys just totally. Etienne and Lloyd aren't total losses. You're going to get third-round picks for them. And now you have those as part of your arsenal in 2027. And it allows you the flexibility that if something happens this draft and you want to deal some future – and I can't deal the compensatory picks, but you're going to have them. So that's kind of a somewhat hidden fringe benefit of getting good. That when you suffer your attrition, they're plucking, competitive contributing football players that you're going to get some compensation from in return. And that just hadn't really been a thing around here. That we picked them up here or there, don't get me wrong. But it helps you. You got to be good, right? You got to take advantage of those. And by the way, you don't get the return immediately. You got to always be thinking ahead. One other quick thing from James Gladstone. And later this hour, I'm going to hit on some of those things we've been asking about. But He's an aggressive cat. You know that, right? He made 7 trades last year from draft until now, and I would imagine that by the time this year's draft ends, there'll be 2 or 3 more on the books. Whether it's pre-draft and making a move, or whether it's on draft night, maneuvering for a targeted player. So he did admit, you know what FOMO is, fear of missing out. James Gladstone knows what it is, and admitted he kind of felt a little bit of that as free agency got started.
FOMO sets in a little bit. We're all human. Well, at the same time, it's not uncharted territory for me. It's not uncharted territory for Liam. He was with us at the Rams, and this was an approach that we took in multiple cycles, and it's really one that I know well and feel confident can navigate and really be able to use all the different intervals that lie in front of us to continue to shape what will be the 2026 Jacksonville Jaguars. So it's exciting from my vantage point to know that, the start of the league year began yesterday, roughly 24 hours ago, a little less. And it's nothing more than the start.
A little bit later this hour, we'll clear up some of those perceptions that have been out there through the beginning of free agency with names like Max Crosby and Brian Thomas Jr., Devin Lloyd. He, at least from the viewpoint officially of the organization and James Gladstone in his press conference yesterday. So you just let James Gladstone simmer. The plan this year was to not be active. And again, it's easier to accept those crickets chirping when they're chirping at a 13-win season. And the losses, as we've just detailed, that the Jags did suffer in free agency. And look, they're going to miss Travis Etienne and Devin Lloyd, I promise you. But at least those are going to be compensated down the road. You're going to get something for them because you've built your football team to a point. And also, one last thing to remember, and we said this yesterday. Yeah, we can talk about the 4 that they lost. And by all accounts, those are the only 4 that matter that much. And that value to me is severely. I don't think they'll miss Newsome or Wingard a bit. And I liked Wingard's vibe. He's a great Jaguar while he's here. I don't think Newsome and Wingard will be missed at all. I think their replacements will be better. Devin Lloyd, we'll wait and see. Wait and see. And ETN is a really solid back who the Jaguars at this stage should never make the 7th highest paid running back in football. And that's what the Saints did with Travis Etienne. And good for him. We'll wish him well unless and until he's facing the Jaguars. We're going to talk college hoops today. Well, you got Big Pat Young and his report will, I assume, be via the phone today, ET. But the Gators finally get to the court in SEC action, and they're going to try and beat Kentucky 3 times in a year. I don't know. I haven't looked at the history books. I doubt Kentucky's been beaten 3 times in a year by anyone very many times. I'm not. Florida may have during their stretches of dominance and national title runs, but beating Kentucky 3 times in a year, no matter the state of the Kentucky program, is never an easy ask. And Florida now going to try and just throw the trifecta on them. Beat them in Gainesville, beat them in Lexington. Now let's beat them on a neutral court as Florida and Kentucky kick off the SEC tournament schedule today. It's a 1 o'clock tip. And again, Gators, would behoove themselves a couple of wins, make sure that they lock up that final number 1 seed. One of those 1 seeds will go to Duke. Man, FSU came so close. Ball in the air, chance to win. Thought they should have drove. McCray pulled up a 3. It was McCray and the Fletcher kid just carried FSU in the second half. Lachey Jones and McCray, and they had they pushed Duke that whole game, man. Luke Lauk's point, and he said it before yesterday's ACC tournament game. I'm not saying we belong in the tournament. Our record doesn't indicate it, but I'm not sure there's 25 better at-large teams than us right now. And he's probably right because they took it now. Duke's battling some attrition issues. Got a couple guys out with injuries. And when I say guys, I mean real contributors. But that being said, FSU nearly beat Duke in Tallahassee. And, man, they just about had them last night. Down a point late, though. They put up a 3-pointer, and it was just off. It wasn't a terrible shot. But, boy, I would have preferred to maybe drive, try to get to the line. But instead, it clanks off. And FSU, despite a really, really fantastic finish to the year, will fall to 18-15 and off to the NIT if they want it. All right. Miami of Ohio lost. So that's a bid stealer for somebody. There's no way in the world Miami of Ohio doesn't get into the tournament, and it's a terrible argument if you think they shouldn't. Now 31-1, they've more than earned their spot in, and there is no analytic, there's no metric, and too bad, so sad that another MAC squad is now going to get to go into the NCAA tournament, but not at Miami's expense. There are really, really short lists of teams that accomplished what Miami did this year, winning 30 games without losing. Really, really, really short list. Almost all of those teams made deep runs into the tournament, much less weren't up for discussion whether or not they were tournament worthy. So finally, they've lived on the edge, Miami. They have lived on the edge. They've had a lot of one-possession games that have worked their way at the end, but not yesterday. I think they lost to UMass, and so that takes away a bubble opportunity. I would hope from a team like Auburn. They got beat by Tennessee yesterday. This whole Auburn narrative is a joke, man. Sorry, War Eagle. Auburn's terrible. Sub 500 in the league. They barely have quad wins. They had one great win in Gainesville, and it was a great win, but yeah. I would imagine their loss in the fashion it came yesterday to Tennessee, they would be done. All right, Captain Kev, when we return, more from the Players Notebook as we get set for round 2 today, and more from James Gladstone on this kind of State of the Union. With a press conference yesterday, free agency, for all intents and purposes done, and you heard his comments to that end a little bit earlier here this morning. So we're locked and loaded with you on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life, back with Captain Kev and more next on The Drill.
Some of the biggest names in golf take home the trophy.
And Rory McIlroy is a Players Champion.
Catch live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Teed up by LiveForeverGolf.com, Atlantic Infinity, and Firehouse Subs.
Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Looking for golf that doesn't feel like golf? Welcome to Pine Royale, Callahan's new golf entertainment destination. Play a 9-hole par 3 course, compete in TrackMan-powered driving bays, and get ready for all-new 18-hole mini golf coming soon. As the sun goes down, the course lights up. Add in great food, a full bar, and space to hang with the whole crew, and suddenly golf feels a whole lot more social. Search Pine Royale Callahan and come play today.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious?
Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us. 641-1010.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops, windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval!
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010XL.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Budweiser. And the bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
Be the first to discover the best new home community in beautiful Green Cove Springs. Highland Trail, where the rhythm of life slows down. Enjoy green spaces, luxury pools, pickleball courts, winding trails, and more at livehighlandtrail.com. Choose from 3 premium builders, just starting in the 300s.
Oh, at Highland Trail.
After an accident, the last thing you should worry about is how you are going to afford a lawyer. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, there are no upfront fees because we don't get paid unless you do. You heard that right. We don't get paid unless you do. Our team fights insurance companies every day to pursue the compensation our clients deserve. It's that simple. Get started at CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now, Captain Kevin Favors fishing report.
Captain Favors. We'll see what's happening out on the water. I tell you what's happening on the water around 17 with these winds blowing. Balls are going blue. But last count yesterday, I think I saw that 18 of those wayward tee shots had found the water on 17. And there's still a couple of groups that will go through as they finish up round 2. Ironically, a little later, after they finished up round 1, ironically, a little later, then some of the guys will start their round 2 this morning. So let's fire up the hotline, bring in Captain Kev. Good morning, Kevin.
Morning, buddy. How are you?
Yeah. So the three like biggest names, the three hottest names coming into the event were Colin Morikawa, who's the most bet golfer in the field.
Yep.
Rory McIlroy and his back and, up in the air on his status. And Scotty Scheffler on the waiting for him to explode. Now, Scheffler's off the table for us. Because we've just decided it's not fair. We might need to revisit that, by the way.
By the way, I totally agree with that too. Yeah.
When he's going like that, then you could almost take him off. But now he's not in that groove that we find him in. So bottom line, I get the first pick, and Kev hits me up because we do the bait bet, and I'm like, all right, I haven't picked Morikawa in anything. Not brunch with the tour, none of my fantasy stuff. And I said, okay, I'll take Morikawa here. Yeah. Thanks, Colin. These golfers, Kev. Good Lord.
I mean, seriously, I'm listening to you and Dan yesterday, and Dan goes, "Oh no, we got big news," and I thought it was a joke at first. I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" I mean, the first hole, that's crazy.
You know what the irony is here? And for those that missed it, you've heard by now, but Colin Morikawa played his first hole, went to the second hole, did his practice swing on the tee, and oopsie, I don't feel good, I'm going home. You know what's the biggest irony of that is that all of these guys are making all of these millions because of Tiger Woods, but this Tiger Woods played through everything, man.
Yeah,
you had to drag him off the golf course. He'd go out and try him on broken bones.
Remember him limping and against Rocco Mediate? I mean, dude, I remember the shot that he hit out of the bunker and literally fell down, and he's in pain, and he ends up winning the tournament. I mean, it was like, dude couldn't hardly walk.
That's what made
I know.
But it's kind of what makes me so sick about today's state of golf when it comes to the money these guys make. They didn't earn it. They don't deserve it. And then on top of that, they won't battle or fight. So it's not just Tiger took it all to another level. They all should be paying a Tiger tax. They should all send Tiger Woods $1 million off the top before they start. But it's not just that. Tiger grew the game and because of his fantastic talent, but he would play through things. These jokers will quit at a drop of a hat. Because you know why they don't have to go win a golf tournament to make $300,000 like they used to in the day. They're all rich. Get on your private jet and fly to the next spot. Hope your back's better. It's weak, man. Anyway, I digress. So I took Morikawa, then I took Rory. So that was a good move, I think. He's pretty much out of it. I'm left with Jacob Bridgman. Now, what do you have? You have Batia's one. He's who was your first pick?
I have Batia, Tommy Fleetwood, and Cameron Young.
So you got Fleetwood and Young are like 3 and 4 probably?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I got
Yep.
I'll ride Bridgman. Maybe Bridgman can run your guys down. I said this earlier,
Yeah,
Kevin,
yeah,
with the wind
yeah.
blowing and the
No,
green's fast and this. Yeah.
So the guys that are playing this morning are going to be screwed. It's gale force. I mean, literally, up to 30 miles an hour out of the east, northeast. Oh my gosh, that golf course is so hard. Yeah.
For how long will it blow that way?
Okay, so until noon, and then it's going to back off. So the guys that have like 11 a.m. on are going to have a much easier day than the guys that are playing early this morning. I mean, you're talking gale force, and then it going to, like 9 miles an hour this afternoon. So it's going to be cold too, man.
It's chilly.
It's no joke. Yeah.
Yeah, it's chilly. If you were wondering how many Kims are in the field, it's actually 3. There's Siwoo Kim, who is one here. There's Michael Kim, who is, I believe he's big on the like Instagram or one of those platforms. And then there's our guy S.H. Kim, and it didn't go well for him yesterday on 17 as he knocked it into the water, went to the drop zone, knocked it into the water, dropped again in the drop zone, finally got it on in 2-putter. But yeah, that's a 7. And when you're sitting here at 3 over par after your first round, that's got to really sting. Oof. 17 was a bear yesterday. It will be today, too.
Carnage. It will be today. Yeah.
And I also think this is going to happen, Kevin. I think we're going to have one of these tournaments. It feels this way because of the setup, and the winds are going to keep blowing this weekend. The greens are going to dry out even further. I think it's going to be one of those Sundays. You're going to look up at the turn, and there's going to be 7 guys within 2 shots. It's going to be one of those deals.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And ain't nobody going low today.
You wouldn't think so. All right. Well, with the fishing, the wind makes it miserable. If you're not going offshore today, that's for darn sure.
So fishing's been fantastic. It only continues to get better. As a matter of fact, the water temperature's all the way up in the 70s already.
What?
So I had some unbelievable. I know you could be busy this weekend, but I had some unbelievable whiting reports in the surf.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
From St. Augustine Inlet to what we call the Gate Station, which is now an Exxon station.
I got a buddy catching them off Jack's Beach, Kev. He's catching the bulls off Jack's Beach left and right.
I'm sure. With the water temperature this way. And by the way, you should start catching some pompano and stuff like that too. So I
got to get out next weekend.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? Tomorrow's going to be beautiful. Northeast at 5. I mean, and then it's supposed to blow like the Dickens on Sunday. So if you're going to fish, if you're not going players, this, that, and the other, tomorrow is a much better day. You might even be able to, do some of the near shore wrecks and stuff like that. But again, you don't get in a hurry. You know what I mean? Let the sun come up, and we've got a good. Like a mid-morning tide. It's 11 o'clock low tide this morning. So yeah, tomorrow's the day, and then Sunday's going to be golf day.
Yeah, and it's going to blow, and that's going to make it even more dramatic out here for sure. Well, I'm jonesing for that surf fishing, but I'm just not going to be able to do it here for a couple more weeks. But I will say this: anybody who's planning to do any fishing, all right, and you're headed toward the coast, don't do it from. Don't have any of your travel plans from south of JTB coming south to north of Michler's coming. Just stay out of that area.
Yeah,
you don't want any of that. Yeah, you don't want to come over the Palm Valley Bridge to go surf fishing down at Gate. Go
my gosh, I was listening yesterday, and I was like, man, that sounds crazy, but.
It was the worst traffic day ever. I don't know the reasons.
It should be a great weekend for fishing, and it should be a great weekend of golf. But I'm looking forward to it.
So am I. All right, I appreciate you, my man. Good luck, in the bait bet, and we'll talk next week.
Okay, buddy. Talk to you. Have a great weekend, y'all.
All right, there he goes. That's Captain Kevin Favor. You can catch him on the outdoor show tomorrow. Just a couple more notes from yesterday's first round, which isn't quite complete. And the guys who didn't finish yesterday, they go off and finish their rounds at 8:40, I think, this morning, or 8:50. Meanwhile, the second round will already be underway with those typical starting tee times. I think it was 7:42 that the first guys went off yesterday. Scotty Scheffler, even par yesterday, 2 hours after carding that 72. He was caught on the back range pounding balls, and he was a little hot after that first round as well, and not not happy at all with where he stands. Okay, the group of 5 right now at 5 under par, not huge names, but certainly, Sepp Straka, McNeely, Sat Thagala, these guys are certainly capable of breaking through here at the Players. A big group at 4 under par that includes Justin Thomas, who seems to have found his game a little bit yesterday. The 3 under group, we're waiting on Ludwig Oberg to kind of get back into his A game. And, he hadn't had a great start to the year, but that was a good first round yesterday. Tommy Fleetwood was up and down. He gave a couple away late, but he's at 3 under par. Cameron Young, as we mentioned, is at 3 under par. Ricky Fowler, Fitzpatrick, Jason Day, Deki Matsuyama, all at 2. So, and again, with the conditions and the way they're going to fluctuate, like yesterday, it was 2 different golf courses. When you played, it mattered. The afternoon guys had a big break. Once that wind came through, it was calm. It was receptive. Those same guys yesterday got the break. They have to go out this morning. As Kevin just said, the winds are going to blow 30 miles an hour, and they're going to be somewhat bothered by that. And then, the winds are going to way die down for the afternoon. So the morning guys from yesterday will get their afternoon advantage today. And then it sounds like, listen to Kevin, Saturday it won't blow at all. And we'll have some shuffling on moving day. And then Sunday, the winds are going to unleash. And, man, we're going to be in for all heck. I'm here for it. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, there are many ways to experience 1010XL.
The key to this whole thing is their computer.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Get me that computer program.
Yes, sir. At 1010XL.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Tara Lagaman for Local Fair Jacks is our go-to for local produce, eggs, and meat. You pick exactly what you want each week online, straight from local farmers. And knowing where your food comes from matters. Visit localfairjacks.com.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting! What does your dream backyard look like? The team at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. At CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living, CSSOutdoor.com.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Daly's is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Daly's. Daly's is made fresh, it's made local, and Daly's is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
Some plumbing companies say they're local, right up until you realize their headquarters are in New York City. At Hall & Sons Plumbing, we're actually from here. Born, raised, and fixing leaks right here in Jacksonville. Hall & Sons Plumbing. Local. Family. Real.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, transponders, and even high-tech smart locks. For honest, professional locksmith service,
Instant Keys comes to you. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Devin's impact on our football team over the course of the last year was nothing short of, significant. And without him, without his on-ball production, games are going to look a lot different. The results of those games are going to look a lot different. And I know that our coaching staff had such a high appreciation for what he did. The players in the locker room loved to play beside him and appreciate all the pieces that he brought to the puzzle.
That's James Gladstone on losing Devin Lloyd. I mean, he just seemed to describe a guy that you'd want to keep. Didn't get definitive answers on just what the mismatch is there. I've got to assume that the salary is the driving answer there. But again, 3 years, was it $45 million with Carolina? It seems a bit lower than what we would have projected when free agency began. But trust the process, I suppose, in this particular instance. And Gardeck's kind of a wild card. They re-signed him in free agency. And he was productive last year, especially in at different moments. Seemed to get better as the year went on, and that makes sense because he was coming off an ACL injury the previous year in Arizona with the Cardinals. But on his resume, he's got a 7.5 sack season, and perhaps you can count on him a bit. Ventrell Miller is a wild card from the standpoint of can he stay healthy? I mean, Ventrell, if you're a Gator fan, you remember a similar storyline around Ventrell Miller in Gainesville. He's a leader, he's a good player, but always seems to have the potential to get banged up, and that's been the case here in Jacksonville as well. You need explosive growth from your year two players. You drafted these guys high. You need we need to see stuff from Wyatt Milam, and Caleb Ransaw, and Jack Kaiser, Travis Hunter. We only got a glimpse, so they're going to get a pretty big boost here. Which, we're still at an incomplete grade in how James Gladstone is building this franchise. We've got to see how last year's draft class panned out. You can't completely grade it after 2 years, but a lot better than after one. And so as these players that you lose, and we talked about you're getting the compensation in return, right? Probably next year's draft, get third rounder for losing Devin Lloyd. So you're going to have that moving forward. And the ones that you just, picked up, got to be ready. Got to show massive improvement. You draft guys in the first 4 rounds in this league, they have got to make your football team and contribute. They're in many ways the lifeblood outside of the star system strata, so to speak. Look, it's the one bugaboo here that, gets rationalized sometimes, it gets admitted others, but the one thing it doesn't seem to get done is be addressed. And that is the pass rush. And I'm sick to death about pressures. I don't know how many pressures they had against Josh Allen. I will say this. I believe this. If the Jaguars would have sacked Josh Allen 4 times on that Sunday afternoon, they would have won the football game. They would have won. I believe it is that simple. If they'd had 4 sacks, despite how many pressures they had, they would have won. So you got to get the quarterback to the ground. And the Jaguars were, quite frankly, terrible at it this year. And as of now, it's same man up. So James Gladstone on addressing not as much the pass rush. I hope they can read the room here. Nobody wants to hear about how effective the pass rush is while you put up paltry sack numbers. Just don't. Here's James Gladstone on the state of the pass rush.
That's going to be an ongoing process where we're continuing to map out how we can level up. And, that's a pairing of personnel and scheme, and also the back end being tied to rush plans and continuing to ensure that we're able to stop the run at such a high tick like we were last year without diluting that element, but still improving the pass rush.
All right, so okay, I'll take that. Got to level up. Got to keep leveling up. The sack totals, there are some similar analytics that scream that the offensive line was not near good enough. We talked about that. They were like 24th in sacks allowed. The yards per carry rush was in the 20s. Just wasn't a great. From that standpoint, from the production analytics, from the evaluative analytics, the O-line wasn't much to speak of last year either, and they succeeded and they scored in spite of it. So, I'm not saying there's anything broken. Set a franchise record for points scored. But that was from James Gladstone about what we would suspect. It's almost what we speculated yesterday. A free agency for the most part is done. He did talk about Chris Rodriguez, who they added. He thinks he's more in line with what Dan was saying, like a competition for the starting job. They took this guy for his skill set, not as some late free agency fodder. He's played with Liam Cohen. They expect to get more. They're going to try and level him up from what he has been to this point. And his best year of his career was last year, year 3, 500 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns, and runs it at almost 5 yards a clip. So they're expecting to get production. Will it be, Travis Etienne opportunities in production? No. But production nonetheless. It came back again, man. It's just, there's just really nothing going on with BTJ. He sees the trade rumors, but there have been no trade offers, and they think that Brian Thomas Jr. was a big part of why the offense in the passing game was rolling at the end of the year. They're not about messing that up. He said that yesterday, which is what we've said all along. And this radio station and this show in particular have told you time and again that there's no plan to trade Brian Thomas Jr. But, hot stove league, silly season of free agency. It's fun to throw around all the situations and potential scenarios. Kyler Murray has a new home. Got a football fix when we come back on the other side. And the Big 12 takes the L, hand up accountability. We're talking basketball, and I'll tell you what I mean when we come back. It's a GFL Friday live from the Players.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
College basketball today, the ACC tournament continuing on in Charlotte and Miami after getting a big win against Louisville yesterday. Matched up against number 10 Virginia. Virginia, 4.5-point favorite, over under at 143.5. The other game in the ACC tournament, Duke, an 11.5-point favorite against Clemson. In the SEC tournament today, Florida plays their first game after getting the double bye. They take on Kentucky. Florida favored by 10.5, over under 159.5. The other games in the SEC, Vanderbilt a 1.5 favorite against Tennessee. Alabama favored by 10.5 against Ole Miss. Arkansas 6.5-point favorite against Oklahoma.
Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com.
With your VSIN Action Update, I'm Matt Pauley on 1010XL.
All right, Jacksonville, spring has officially arrived when the pollen's flying, the grass is growing, and your septic system starts thinking about getting your attention. Trust me, a simple pump out now can save you from a disaster that'll have the whole neighborhood holding their noses. That's why you call Duck Duck Rooter the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida. Real pros, not somebody guessing with a shovel. Right now, schedule your spring septic clean and get $50 off septic tank pumping. So when you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campion, Campion Law.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista with Freedom Boat Club. Did you know you can trade in your boat for a membership? Keep using a boat with no maintenance. Be honest. Do you have a love-hate relationship with your boat? Been at the ramp, backing down the trailer all by yourself, then after a long hot day on the water, you're cleaning alone because your whole crew disappeared? With Freedom Boat Club, trade the chores for pure fun. No maintenance, storage, or stress. It's boating made simple. Find out why so many boaters are trading in their boats for a membership. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey, Hicken here, and I want to tell you about Beach's Dermatology and my doctor, Dr. Metz. I've been going to Dr. Metz for, I don't know how many years, decades. I got the scars to prove it. Listen, Jets, I love the beach. I love to play golf. I love Florida. I love to go to my kids' games in the hot sun all weekend long. Summer is basically here, and the sun will be shining. Don't forget your sunscreen. Trust me on this. You need to go get checked out today. It's more important than you think. Give Beach's Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
Royal Pest Services, a local company you can trust. Royal Pest is a certified installer of tap insulation, which stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Reduce that electric bill by adding pest protection. It's that easy. Online at royalpestservices.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, we're back here on the drill. We're live at the Players. Second round gets underway now in less than an hour. Even though the first round will have yet to be completed, those guys will go out at, I think, 8:50. There's just a few groups that have a couple of holes to play after we had a slight weather delay yesterday. Now, the front has blown through. It's significantly colder and windier here today. So if you've been out here all week, you got to bundle up just a little bit more. And that wind's going to blow hard, especially until about noon today. So those guys who got a break yesterday afternoon, they're going to feel it. They're going to have to pay the piper here, coming through on the other side. All right, if there is a one college basketball conference that is the most likely to send more than one team to the Final Four, it'd be the Big 12. They got a bit of that SEC vibe from a year ago when Florida and Auburn ended up making the Final Four, and Alabama and Tennessee came close. The Big 12 is kind of set up that way as well. Their semifinals are now set with I don't know who plays who, but Houston, Iowa State, Kansas. Is maybe BYU the other? I know Texas Tech lost, but there are 4 or 5 teams that could legitimately be Final Four candidates at the very least. Well, the Big 12 got this brainchild idea that they were going to use this glass floor with LED lighting for their conference tournament. Did you hear about this, ET?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So anyway, they did that for the first couple of rounds, and they're going to now take the L. Right, it is not going over well. The floor is slipperier. They're complaining about how the lights and when they might match up, and so they're getting the LED out, the LED out, and and they're going to put a hardwood floor on. Now that it's smart because their conference is going to be very highly in focus here for their the rest of their tournament with the semifinals and finals. It is a really good basketball league. The seeding, is going to be determined in some part, whether you're a 2 or a 3 maybe for some of these teams that are still alive there. The 1 seed is still in play, obviously, for Arizona, maybe even for Iowa State, depending on what plays out. But man, it's a good basketball league, and they tried this LED court, some wave of the future, and it just didn't work. It was and by the way, could you see this coming? Would you rather play a basketball game on a glass surface or on a hardwood floor like it? Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, the Big 12 is going to take it on the chin there. Florida and Kentucky play today in the men's basketball tournament. They'll kick things off at 1 o'clock from the SEC. I asked earlier, how many times historically has Kentucky lost 3 times to the same team in a single season? It hadn't happened much. Alabama in 24-25 became the 3rd team in history to beat Kentucky 3 times in a single year. The Gators, I wondered, they did do it. Shout out, this is Patrick Young, isn't it? 2013-14. Patrick joins us 8:30 this morning, talk Florida basketball and more. But the Gators beat Kentucky 3 times in the 13-14 season after they beat them in the tournament championship game. And Tennessee did it in 78-79. They were the first team to beat Kentucky 3 times in 1 year. So it's only happened 3 times, and the Gators can make it 4, and they can occupy 2 of those 4 occurrences if they beat Kentucky 1 o'clock today at the SEC tournament. All right, ET, fire up the man. We got a football fix. Give you some news and notes from around the National Football League. Still cooking their way through free agency. I'm all for it. I mean, some people might want to talk about overexposure. We mentioned this yesterday, kind of at the end of the show, but the NFL is pondering a Thanksgiving Eve game. They've already started the tradition of the Black Friday game, right? They play one now on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and how about we play one on Thanksgiving Eve? This year, that would be a Wednesday, November 25th. It means the NFL would have at least one game on the schedule for 7 of the 9 days starting on the Sunday before Thanksgiving. Because goodness knows they don't have your attention by that time of the fall. So, yeah, they would play Sunday the 22nd, then Monday Night Football, then Thanksgiving Eve, then Thanksgiving, then Black Friday, and then again on Sunday, Monday. I'm here for it. Play every night. Put a game on every night as far as I'm concerned. And when it comes to the Thanksgiving holiday and the schedule around here, where I think we're more interested in, could this finally be the year that the Jags get the Thanksgiving Day assignment? It matches up. They play Dallas on the road this year. The Jaguars are the only team in the NFL that hasn't played on Thanksgiving Day. Right the wrong, NFL. This happened, and we didn't kind of get to this at all, but Daniel Jones has gotten the most lucrative 2-year deal in NFL history. It was like 2 years, $88 million. So, I mean, I think if you're the Colts and you struggle to find a quarterback and you missed on Anthony Richardson, and you go to these ancient, over-the-hill quarterbacks to bide your time. Daniel Jones, granted coming off of an injury that he suffered here in Jacksonville, is probably your best option to stay good. So he's been locked up for another couple of years. The big news yesterday on the quarterback front, it's Kyler Murray. He's going to go to Minnesota. This is, I would suspect, not great news for J.J. McCarthy, who, after being taken as first-round pick a couple of years ago, first Sam Darnold kept the job, and then last year McCarthy got hurt, and it wasn't great when he played. And so Kyler Murray, with a chance to jumpstart his career and get back on track, signs a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings. I think we all kind of saw that coming. By the way, if you're curious, when it comes to the Jaguars' needs, and again, they're not going to be real aggressive. They certainly won't overpay anyone. That message received, James Gladstone, that the free agency is, for the most part, Now, it's always a work in progress, and Gladstone said that also yesterday. But look, there really aren't huge names left. But I was looking at this one list of the best remaining free agents. And when it comes to positions that might, see what happens here. You have Joey Bosa, edge rusher. 5 sacks for the Bills last year. 5 more than our alternate edge rushers got. Another edge rusher, and A.J. Epinesa. He's just 27 years old. Coming off last year with Buffalo. He's got 24.5 sacks and 4 interceptions in 6 years. I mean, that's 6 a year just sitting on the street, man. And at the tight end position, and I don't know, exactly what the thought is on Quentin Morris or, obviously we love Britton Strange, but David Njoku is out there if you're looking for just some more explosiveness perhaps at the tight end position. Cam Jordan from New Orleans, he's a free agent. He had 10.5 sacks last year, man. He's old, but he had 10.5. 1 year, come on down. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Julington Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. I know you got the bug, man. I know you got it as you watch the best in the world play out here. So get out and enjoy the best value in golf, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Hick and Arrival come your way next. You are listening to The Drill on a GFL Friday. We're live at the Players.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Mo Williams, former offensive lineman from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Pete Mitchell, and you're listening to 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Don't miss the music of ELO. The Orchestra, with former members of Electric Light Orchestra. Catch all the hits March 18th at Florida Theater. The Orchestra. Get tickets now at floridatheater.com.
Before the Gators tip off, get tips from the great Gator. Patrick Young has breakfast with the Drill Friday mornings at 8:30, and they're talking Gators hoops. Take time out with Patrick Young, tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and Kuhn Flowers.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The action is heating up at Best Bet Jacksonville in April. The $500 buy-in, $100,000 guaranteed no-limit hold'em tournament is back with 4 starting flights April 10th and 11th, all leading to the final day on April 12th, live streamed on Best Bet Live. Do you want another chance at big money? Don't miss the second chance $300 no-limit hold'em tournament, $30,000 guarantee at 2 p.m. on April 12th. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Frank Frangie here, and Big Chief Tire makes it easier than ever to get the tires you need with the Big Chief credit card. No annual fee, low monthly payments, and great promotional financing. Plus, you get free flat repairs and rotations, and right now, $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. I love how simple they make everything. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com to apply for the credit card and get the tires you need today. That's Big Chief Tire.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. Stand back, Jason. I'm gonna... Sneeze? Ugh. Yeah, I saw that coming.
Ugh, it's all this spring pollen, Jason. It's outside and it's inside my house, and I just can't stop. I can't stop.
Sneezing?
Ugh.
Okay, let me help you with that.
How can you help?
At Bueller Air and Plumbing, we can improve your indoor air quality with air purifiers, UV lights, and filtration systems. Every new system we install includes high-efficiency 4-inch filters that work better and last longer, even if you forget to change them.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Life can get pretty dusty sometimes. If you spend all day, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
This is how we do. It's Friday, Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
You know it! Sweet Friday!
It's chilly and windy.
Little motion, please.
Hey! Ho!
Hey ho!
Easy, easy.
Come on, Friday.
Got her
Everybody.
back to her fall ensemble Friday.
It's Sweet Friday.
Sweet Friday.
That wind's gonna be blowing Friday. You
Friday
better hold
at
that
the
dress down.
Friday at the TPC.
Ooh, one of my favorite days, baby.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm learning that the ET's favorite day at the Players is the one that ends in Y.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
One
yeah.
more time.
It is going to be the advantage that those guys got yesterday afternoon is going to be taken right back this morning.
I was thinking
It's going to be brutal this morning.
I was thinking as I was walking up and the wind almost set me into the air. If I was a professional golfer and you said 71, I'd say okay.
Oh gosh, I don't know if now what's going to happen though. Then the wind's going to lay down like about noon, and the afternoon guys are going to get lucky. But the morning guys
I
are
can
screwed.
do about that. I got
Yeah.
to do what I got to deal with. It was
No, 71 will be. I don't know if you're going to shoot 71.
Now I think it's going to warm up, but it's supposed to be very cloudy today, so it's going to be probably a little bit colder than you think. So
it's only going to 70.
I went 3 layers. I got 3 layers on, and I feel okay, but it's cold.
Yeah,
so
no, it is.
It's much different than it was.
Well, to your point, if
Monday and Tuesday was like almost 90.
It was 90.
And yesterday I think was one of the weird. I don't know. I always like recency bias, but I think yesterday was one of the weirdest weather days, and we've had a lot of them here at the Players because you had all kinds of different seasons happening for these golfers, and because of the delays and stuff. Even the golfers got a taste of a couple different seasons. Like all of a sudden, like it was windy, and then it was warm, and then it got cold, and then it got rain. I mean, you got it all, man. And you had to deal with just about it. And then the rain kept falling in the afternoon. Now, you were out here in the afternoon. Like the rain kept falling a little bit, didn't it?
Oh, that rain, it kept falling. So it started, it rained for about, 20, 30 minutes. It stopped. Sunshine came out, then the rain came back, stopped again, came back, stopped again.
I was able to play yesterday afternoon. It was the same same story,
Yeah.
but I was
Oh,
just incredibly happy to get it in.
Oh, good.
And on time. Played through some spitting rain, but it all came through a little faster and earlier than we thought too.
Yes.
Like it was supposed to come through Jacksonville like a 1, and it
Yes.
ended up being out here by 12:30. So.
Oh, yeah. They, and in fact, what happens is when they blow the horn, you got to get out of these tents. So our show had to boogie over to Chubby's.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm disappointed in it. Your voice sounds a little too good.
Oh, yeah?
It's supposed to be all hoarse. And
Your boy got it in. Your boy definitely got it in yesterday.
Yeah, that'll be Monday. That'll be Monday for sure. But yeah, good stuff yesterday. Good golf. Like I said, challenging. I think the course is playing tougher than normal. I think the rain and everything and the good conditions helped the guys get to 5 under. We thought maybe 65, 66, 67. Yeah, man. I think it's going to get tougher.
I don't know if I said now the wild card here is Saturday. It looks like the winds aren't going to blow.
Right.
So you could have some guys could throw some low numbers there. But if it were like this, 6 or 7 under might win the daggum thing.
Right.
It's going to be hard to score today because to your point, it's not just your thought. The golf course is playing harder.
Yeah.
The rough is more thick and uniformly high than it's
yes.
been here in years. They're tired of everyone tearing it up to 16 under par.
Yeah.
And it's just going to grow thicker because of the rain yesterday.
Yeah.
The greens are fast, and they're going to become less receptive and faster as the winds blow without any rain.
Yeah.
So it is going to be really difficult scoring. It may be single digits win this thing this year.
I think I'm not 100% positive, but I might have read the 3 toughest holes. Was it 14 or 15, 17, and 18 yesterday?
Yeah, it
So
was
coming in.
It was 14. It was 14, 17, and 18.
Yeah. So that's tough finish.
I heard
right there.
I heard Sathagala say something about his round, and he was one of those that's 5 under par, and he did it in variety race. A lot of people.
Thigala.
Don't start with me. But it was a roller coaster for a lot of guys. I mean, and I've got a couple in particular that you look at their scorecard, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, but Thigala.
Greiserman was one of those.
Yeah, Greiserman,
Homa.
Homa.
5 under.
Yeah, Homa, Minwoo Lee went the other way.
In fact, I think I read Greiserman had an 11-stroke difference on the front 9 and back 9.
Yeah, I believe it, man.
Yeah.
There was some crazy up and down stuff going on yesterday. But Thigala said something. He's in contention. And they were asking about 17. Is it like, are you just excited? Or are you intimidated? He goes, man, I'm not going to tell you. It's terrifying. And he goes, the hardest part about 17 is what it does to you on 16, because you got important shots on 16 to hit, and inevitably as you're walking up the fairway, you're looking at 17, you're thinking about the tee shot, you're looking at the win, and it can, in a game where it takes such focus to be the best, you can lose your focus a little bit on a gettable hole 16 because you're thinking about 17. Justin Thomas saved his round on 16 yesterday, flared it in the water with his second, ended up getting up and down and saving par. And so Justin Thomas, interesting story yesterday. That dude went 79-79 at Bay Hill.
Yeah, he was just getting back from the back.
Yeah,
so he's,
correct.
Max Greiserman, 31 on the front, 42 on the back, 11-shot difference, the largest in a round at the Players in 5 years. Ben On went 36-47 in round 1 in 2021. That included an 11 at 17. So
I got something for y'all boys.
what you got, man?
Remember yesterday we were talking about Michael Thorn Bornson, right?
Yeah.
So, and we didn't know because Jeff was mentioning there was another guy, or potentially there was another guy.
Thorbjorn Olsen.
There was one, Thorborn Ornson.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's what they were talking about yesterday, that guy.
Here's an odd one for you. Okay, Max Homa's 1 under par.
Yeah.
Okay. How many pars do you think Max Homa made yesterday?
Oh,
Like if you're 1 under, you'd probably make 10, 12 pars.
Yeah, he didn't make a lot.
No, he made 6 pars.
6.
Here's Max Homa's card. We saw him here. He made a 2. That's an eagle.
Yeah.
And then he made a birdie. And then he made a double. And then he parred. And then he made a bogey. And then he made a double. And then he made 3 pars coming in. And then he made another bogey. And he was way over par. He was all the way up to 3 over. So he started 2 under with the eagle. By the time he played the number 1, his 10th hole, he was 4 over par.
Jeez.
And then he made 5 birdies in the last 7 holes.
Oh my God.
Or 5 birdies in the last 7 holes and got it back to -1. So it was just a roller coaster. And then we threw in a little visit to the water park halfway through the afternoon.
Yeah.
And this morning especially, if you like to see dudes struggle, then get on out here by about 7:30. And by the way, if you wanted to be here by 7:30, you needed to leave apparently about 4 in the morning, because that traffic yesterday was something's got to get done. That's going to run. That's going to hurt the future of the event. People that got stuck in that thing yesterday.
Well, I think, like I said, I think it was a perfect storm yesterday of people trying to get out here. Now, the winners were the guys like E who were out after the weather because it wasn't as crowded, right? E,
Correct.
Especially like 4 or 5 in the afternoon,
Yeah.
man. You had to move. 14 played is the toughest hole in the course. 4.38 is the hardest it's played in round 1 since 2009. The field was a combined 81 over on 17 and 18. 18 played is the second toughest. 17 as the third toughest.
And did we get over 20 in the water?
I didn't see the number.
The last I saw it was at 18, and they were still playing. So, and then in fact I think I saw a dude hit it in the water after that. So probably 18, 19, 20 balls in the water. And
Yeah.
look, it's makes this golf tournament better when that wind blows out there on 17, because it takes that little hole and it adds to the drama, and it becomes a lot harder green to hit.
All your guys, especially you, E. Jeff wasn't as bad, but your vitriolic attitude towards my Colin Morikawa withdrawal yesterday, and is going to curse you. The golf gods seemingly as a gift to me, will now let Cam Young win the golf tournament.
Is he your other brunch pick?
He's my other brunch pick.
Yeah.
He's 4 under par.
Did you see his shot on 9 yesterday to end it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
He
I don't know
would've
how it
been
didn't
5
go
under. I
in.
know. It was all over it.
Hit it just in front of the hole, went past the hole, spun back, and just right over the lip.
Yeah, just missed a couple. But anyway, so great stuff out here. It'll continue today. They'll get going here in just a little bit. They got to finish up. Smotherman has a
he's on
15-foot putt for the outright lead, right?
That's right.
Is he 5 under?
Yeah, he's on the last hole at 5 under par and is among the names that will not win the tournament, but he's had a heck of a first round. Smotherman was in contention a couple weeks ago, one of those. Cognizant, maybe?
Yeah, Smotherman.
Yeah. Smotherman, Greiserman. What are we doing?
We got the mints.
Hey, Scheffler.
Schefflerman.
I'll give Scheffler credit. He was hot and he was pounding balls on the range 2.5 hours after.
In the
Good
rain.
for him. I like that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. You're back in my good graces. That doesn't scream it's not that important to me. So I don't understand this mixed message I get from Scotty. Odd.
Well, you don't get to be number 1 in the world by saying it.
That's right.
That's more of a mental. This is how I treat it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But anyway, yes, he was right all day and driver questions.
Yeah, but somehow he manufactured an even par round. It was pretty good by the way he hit it.
He did. And yeah.
And Rory's 2 over and doesn't look very engaged. Here's what's interesting. Here's my fearless prediction. We're going to have one of those Sundays that when they make the turn, there's going to be 7 guys within 2 shots of the lead.
I like that.
It's all bunched up. The weather's a
Good.
factor. And the second thing is, and the one reason I think that, there are 51 guys that are even par to 5 under par. 51. And the guys at 5 aren't exactly the, legacy closers. So, and I can find multiple guys at even, at -1, at -2, at -3, at -4, and at -5 who have a legitimate chance to win. So, Scheffler is, tied for 45th officially, but he's only 5 shots back. That's 2 holes out here in this weather.
Right.
And Scheffler and those dudes who went yesterday morning are going to get the easier golf this afternoon. The conditions this afternoon are not going to be what they are this morning.
Interesting.
The wind's going to die down some.
Sunday we got rain coming in again. So
is that right?
Actually,
during the play?
Hard to say exactly. Sunday, Monday though. So I wonder if they might move the tee times
earlier
up
Sunday
to try to get. I don't know what time yet it's hitting. So
the winds are really blowing on Sunday too. So we're going to have some havoc.
Something they'll pay attention to. All right, Jimmy Gladstone met the media yesterday, and it's all about compensatory picks. And listen. I will say this, the plan all along for this franchise, and it's a plan that I think any sane football fan would endorse, is to build your team through the draft. That's the lifeblood. That's free agency is fool's gold. We've said it a million times. Last year was different because they were trying to make the roster better.
Raise the floor.
And so that's why you saw as much as you did a year ago. But I thought it was interesting, some of the things he said. And in fact, it's the subject of today's Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. So let me get that out to you guys real quick and see what you guys think about it. It's brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars for this particular one. Let me get to it.
I think we were right yesterday morning, though. I mean, when this press conference was scheduled for yesterday, it's because they're done. They got one impactful player in free agency, Chris Rodriguez, who they like and sounded more in line with how you were thinking of Rodriguez yesterday.
Come and compete.
Yeah.
Look, Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars. Go check them out, dreamfindershomes.com. They're all over Jacksonville. I think there are 15 different locations.
15 of them things?
Just like.
Not the number of transfusions I had yesterday.
Okay.
Where are you at on the over-under anyway?
Flashes. How were we yesterday? Were we hitting it or not?
Oh, I was hitting it. Your boy was hitting it, man.
One thing he loves to come out here is because everybody sees he, they love he,
and they buy him a drink.
They buy him a drink.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. My friends alone probably get him.
Yeah, I had to turn some. I had to turn some away. I'm like, nah, bro, I am good.
They're just by himself half the time, bebopping around.
He's a legend. But anyway. Go to DreamFindersHomes.com. Great interest rate packages. Biggest takeaway from the Gladstone presser. I'll only give you 3 choices. 3 choices. Biggest takeaway from the Gladstone presser for you. Keeping the comp picks. Not engaged in Crosby. Fraudulent BTJ rumors. Which one stands out to you as the biggest takeaway from the Gladstone presser? That they wanted to keep the comp picks, so they didn't want to sign any free agents. Not engaged in Max Crosby or fraudulent BTJ?
I think the answer is a hidden, not so hidden, fringe benefit of being a good team that we haven't had at our disposal here. And that is one reason good teams stay good is because when they lose, when they have their attrition, they get these compensatory picks in return and they do a better job with drafting of them, so they stay good. So I think it's compensatory picks and the realization that, yeah, you lose, Lloyd and Etienne, you're going to get third-round picks most likely for them.
Right.
And Gardeck, or not Gardeck, but Dewey and Newsom are also going to bring compensatory picks. So I would say it's that.
All right. E, what say you?
I like the fraudulent BTJ rumors.
But we knew that, though, didn't we?
Fraudulent. I like that. Well, we kind of thought that, yeah. The fraudulent BTJ rumors, number one, 40% in our Dream Finders Homes poll question. Keeping the comp picks, 35%. Not engaging Crosby, 25%. You can keep voting, if you will, for a couple more hours. That's our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. We like to do it each and every day. I'd like to get you guys engaged. We're just warming up here, and literally a little chilly out, but good. All good.
Yep, I'm looking forward. We're kind of secluded here next to Trucks on 10.
Right.
So we can forget how the wind's blowing. But I'm looking forward to this first group at 742 walking out here and watching them deal with this very first tee.
I'm telling you, when I was
that's a tight little tee shot into the wind.
When I was walking up to 10
Yeah.
I mean, it's right in my face.
Yeah.
It was, like I
There
said.
are going to be some. We're not going to see a guy make a two here. We're going to see guys hitting two out of the woods.
Thought it was going to be airborne. Hey, maybe somebody come by and visit us.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Nah, we're
Be
not.
a big
We're not.
shank.
I don't know if a pro can shank it that
I don't
bad.
think so.
That would have to be like
Tree Island. That's Tree Island.
Yeah, it may be even worse than Tree Island because they got like
It's got to
driver
be an
through
iron.
wood.
It's got to be an iron.
Yeah, maybe that one I saw our guy that we couldn't believe was.
Maybe we can get a ricochet. Maybe we get a low 3-wood, hits the tree kind of down the right side, and then ricochets back into here.
I would venture to bet
never
my lifetime earnings.
Yeah.
That a ball from a players club
Never.
has never ended up here.
Never in this area.
Not here.
No.
Down there a little bit, but
Yeah.
not here.
It would have to be.
They'd have to get tased or like a car backfire in the middle of the backswing.
He's got tased.
Got tased.
Problem on 10.
Yeah, we need to
Home has
tase.
been tased. Home has been tased.
Yeah, Chandler Phillips needs to be tased.
Oh, dear. All right, just warming up. This is the drill on 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Exclusive access, local voices, unmatched coverage. Only on 1010XL.
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Teed up by
Atlantic Infinity, Hollis Pools, and Poor Tap Room.
the Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Atlantic Infinity and Hollis Pools. The second round of the TPC will kick off this hour under mostly clear skies and breezy conditions. At Sawgrass, it's a log jam with 5 players tied at 5 under after a weather hiccup slowed Thursday down. Smotherman's in that lead pack, and Jacks fans got almost a full round before the lights went out and play was suspended. Friday is sold out and parking is limited. Use shuttles or rideshare. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update, sponsored by Universal Roof. I'm Sam Nelson.
Hey, gang, symptoms. That's with your garage door. When they start getting loud, they start shaking, they struggle to open. Oh, then one morning they don't open at all. You don't want to get to that morning. So if you have those symptoms, Action Garage Door is your answer. A comprehensive garage door safety tune-up, $79. It's normally $149. They'll inspect your springs, rollers, cables, lubricate all the moving parts, make minor adjustments, make sure your door is safe and running the way it should. So here's what you do. You go to garagedoor911.com. That's garagedoor911.com. Takes you right to Action Garage Door. Jeff and Arden's guys get on it right then and there. Take good care of you. You'll be glad you did, and you'll be happy about it. It's Action Garage Door. Action Garage Door, premium parts, premium service, and premium people.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
He's our Big Mac.
Woo!
It's smash mouth football, baby.
Tom McManus brings his big opinions to Jaguars Today.
Every Friday morning at 10 a.m. on 1010 XL.
Protected by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Beard's Diamonds is where Jacksonville shops for engagement rings and fine diamond jewelry. Hey, Hicken here. Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center stands out in a big way. They're local. The Lupos have been around forever. For more than 40 years, money spent at Beard's doesn't go to Wall Street, stays right here. Here's the best part. You don't compromise on anything. Beard's has the best selection of diamonds in Northeast Florida. Beard's doesn't have to jack up prices to meet a corporate bottom line. Beard's doesn't have commission salespeople. Beard's has all the top names in bridal jewelry like Decorio and Verragio. Beard's guarantees to give you a better price, a better value. Listen, a lot of those chain jewelry stores are all owned by the same mega conglomerate. Different names, all the same owner. Not Beard's. They're your locally owned alternative, beholden to the people of Jacksonville, not Wall Street. Don't buy a diamond ring or any piece of jewelry without talking to my friends at Beard's Diamonds. Beard's Diamonds. Shop local, shop Beard's at the St. John's Town Center.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
This is Victor Patel, CEO of North Florida Medical Center. Have you been in an auto accident? Are you feeling pain or stiffness? Our board-certified team has over 15 years' experience helping patients recover through chiropractic care, physical therapy, pain management, primary care, and neurology. Even minor injuries can cause long-term problems if left untreated. Schedule your free consultation today at nfmcjax.com. North Florida Medical Center, bringing the care back to healthcare.
Discover downtown Jacksonville's newest go-to spot. Pour Tap Room Jacksonville brings you 2 floors of over 80 self-pour craft beers, wines and cocktails, plus live sports, live music, and private event space. And right next door, Pizza Dynamo fires up made-to-order pizzas, slices and calzones packed with bold flavor. Pair a pint with a fresh pie at Pizza Dynamo and Pour Tap Room, downtown at Laura and Forsyth.
The Jacksonville Icemen are in town for 3 games this weekend, starting Friday for Teacher Appreciation, presented by Community First Credit Union. Then Saturday, it's Wizards Night. Wear your house colors and watch the Icemen do battle in special Wizard-themed jerseys. Then Sunday at 3, it's Publix Family Fun Day. Take a shot on goal on the ice after the game. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Icemen hockey is #Sub-Zero.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it!
Okay, we got sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. It's a 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, I'd like to hand out a prize pack. That prize pack includes what, E?
A pair of tickets to see the orchestra, starring former members of ELO live at the Florida Theaters, going down March 18th. Tickets on sale right now at FloridaTheater.com. But one lucky winner at the end of this here 10-minute drill can win a pair of tickets. Come on, somebody.
I have an idea.
Yes.
That is going to be quickly voted down by the player council here of entitled golfers.
Okay.
Or enriched, or they're either enriched or entitled. And in many cases, they're both. I have a new rule. I'm putting a new rule in as the czar of golf.
I like that.
And that is, if you shoot 80, you're banned for a year.
Relegation.
Relegation. If you shoot...
Well, they're talking about that, actually.
I'm charging people to come out and watch you play golf. And so if you give them an 84, you're not allowed to play again.
Who got relegated?
Well, from now ineligible. By the way, I'm not talking about from the tour. I mean from the event next year. So if you're at Augusta and you shoot 80, you don't get to play next year. If you're here at the Players and you had a round in the 80s, no matter where your status is, you don't get to come back.
Okay.
All right? So the following player, and by the way, we're going to add to the list today.
Yeah.
The following players are no longer eligible for next year's Players Championship. We've got our guy Chandler Phillips.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Chandler. He shot an 80 yesterday. Kevin, you shot an 80 yesterday. Patton Kazire didn't used to be good. What happened to you, Patton? He shot 80 yesterday. Emiliano Grillo.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he decided he'd go ahead and put a little 84 on the board for us yesterday.
Emiliano.
And then Davis Riley, didn't he win like in the last year?
Riley, good player.
Yeah, Davis Riley, 84. Good or not, he won't be here next year.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't come. If you go to my tournament and put an 80 on the board, you can't come back next year.
I'm expecting the Googans to be coming by the tent today and handing me fists of cash. For our lock of the week yesterday that we gave him, lock of the century, FSU plus 17 and a half.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where are you? I mean, hopefully, on the text line, Design by Lifetime Enclosures, there should be a few thank yous on there, about what we told everybody. I mean, are you kidding me? FSU 17.5-point underdogs to Duke. Duke down a guy or two. FSU
that was dumb.
Had a shot to win it, and it's FSU
should have drove.
Yeah, I know.
Should have drove the hoop, get a foul. Only down one. Why are we firing up a three?
I don't know. Luke Laux has done a great job. A lot of positives. He's right. I think they're definitely one of the best. 25. They're definitely one of the best 64 teams in the country.
Yeah, well, 25 at large, I think was his point.
But yeah, 25 at large. They 100%. But the tournament is based on the whole year, and everybody understands that. So they come up short. And they won't get in, unfortunately. But they'll be a tough out, and they could go win the NIT or something along those lines.
It was a huge night for the Fletcher kids, though. LeJay Jones had 28. In the second half, it was McCray and Jones.
Right.
They did everything. In fact, they combined for on the night, they combined for 53 of the Knowles 79. And in the second half especially, it was one of the two creating a shot or making a shot. But you just felt down one because they got the ball plenty of time. Duke missed a shot. They rebounded with 7 seconds. They got it up the court. They were into the front court with 5 seconds to go and settled for kind of a step back three-pointer, and it rimmed out. And FSU onto the NIT if they want it. They lose to Duke 80-79. But back to Hicks' point, that was easy money. It doesn't happen very often. I can't believe the line never changed.
Yeah.
Like I saw that given out later by like the ESPN dude.
I think Drew told me it got up to 19 and a half.
I don't get it, dude.
So,
I'm not paying any attention at all. Florida can join a prestigious list that they're already on later today.
Yeah, beating Kentucky 3 times.
It's only happened 3 times in history.
Oh, it has happened 3? I thought it was only once.
It's happened 3. Alabama
did it. Patrick did it.
Yeah,
we'll talk
Patrick did it.
Yeah.
Alabama did it. And the first team to do it may have been Ernie and Bernie, the late 70s Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh, okay.
Bernard King.
You mean the Gators have only done it?
Oh, I'm saying in the history of basketball, it's only happened 3 times for Kentucky.
I'm a little concerned about the game, to be honest.
You are?
With you. Yeah. I don't like now, the one thing I do think works in our advantage, well, they may say, well, Florida's rusty. I think Kentucky's legs after 2 straight days and 2 games,
I think Florida will beat them by 10.
Do you?
They both times they play Kentucky, they controlled them.
Yeah.
They beat them by a lot worse than 7 up there in Lexington last week. Now, Kentucky ain't going to start an 11-0 hole.
Right.
And Kentucky, Nashville, it'll be a Kentucky crowd.
I think Kentucky's going to throw a lot at it. I think it's a tough game.
Kentucky's a dangerous team because when they play their absolute best, they can probably beat just about anybody.
Yeah.
But if they don't, I trust Todd Golden having his guys looking at it as important, and they're better. They're way better.
A big advantages for the boys in the lower half of the bracket because Ole Miss. There were a couple upsets last night, and
Georgia lost to Ole Miss. Ole Miss beat them, right?
Yeah, and what was the other one?
Vandy, Tennessee.
No, yeah, that's the other game. Today.
Arkansas lost.
No, Arkansas plays today.
Oh,
who am I?
Kentucky beat Missouri.
Oklahoma beat A&M.
Oh, yeah, Oklahoma. But that, A&M's playing so sketch.
Yeah.
But those two teams are similar to me. But
you got OU, Arkansas, and Ole Miss, and
somebody's going to get to the final
in the bottom of the bracket.
Right.
So
it's Vandy, Tennessee, Florida, Kentucky up top, the 4 best teams, basically.
Arguably, Arkansas is thought of as the second
That's
best.
fair. That's fair.
But anyway, it'll be fun, and away we go with the.
Something has happened in the NBA.
And then Miami of Ohio.
Yeah,
we got that. Listen, there is a great idea out there, and these idiots who, be it football or basketball, who make this is a no-brainer.
Okay.
Put Auburn up against Miami of Ohio in the play-in game.
Yeah, that's
Let
fine.
them play.
I don't think I think it goes. I think Miami has earned like an 8 or 9.
They
seed.
have.
Yeah,
But
so I don't want them in the playoff game, and I don't want to hear any. Auburn is on my target list now. I've had enough of listening to Auburn. Y'all suck, Auburn.
bad move by Daddy yesterday.
What do he do now?
Oh, he came running down screaming at a ref. That's BS.
Auburn's a fraud, and they're
Oh,
a joke, and the coach will be fired in 3 years, and Auburn will be back to being Auburn. And to compare yourself to a team that went undefeated is laughable.
Yeah.
And by the way, they're not going to like hearing this, but Miami's analytics that the tournament committee made up last year to force North Carolina through. They had like one quad one win all year.
Yeah.
Miami's way better in. They're not going to be in 11. Lenardi says 11, so I'll trust him, but they should be higher than that.
Yeah.
And I like that the MAC bid steals from one of these sub 500 conference teams.
I'm all for it.
Anyway, something is happening in the NBA, and the dude's not getting his props, man.
Uh-huh.
I mean, SGA breaking the record for consecutive 20-point games is
it's a weird stat.
Why? 20 points is the barometer since we were a kid.
Yeah.
20 is a number in basketball.
Yeah.
If you go for 20, that's like a 300 year. That's like a 300 average. And so to beat Wilt Chamberlain's record in Jordan didn't do it. There's always a reason, injury or otherwise. So for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last night broke Wilt Chamberlain's record for consecutive 20-point games. It was his 127th. I'll give you an amazing stat I heard. I think like 30 of those games he didn't play the fourth quarter. So a bunch of them. And I know scoring it varies. It goes up and down. But, man, to do something that, the Kobe's and Shaq's and LeBron's and everybody else and Oscar Robertson's. I did see
it's
this.
Impressive.
I did see this. Chamberlain may have had 400 in a row. The time that his streak came to an end, he got ejected in the second quarter with 18.
Oh, yeah?
That's how his 20-point streak came to an end.
That ain't
Ejected in
right.
the second quarter with 18 on the board already.
Oh, boy.
Wilt was a freak, dude. Wilt averaged, over that period of time, he averaged 49 points.
Oh, yeah.
His 127 games in a row with 20, he and Shai averages like 28 or something.
It's so funny how we seem to always discount Wilt when we talk
I know. We
It's
shouldn't.
the weirdest thing.
Because he didn't win.
Part of it's it's a center, it's a different time, it's but it always comes up, and it's almost like with Wilt, it's always different. I don't know why. I guess a bunch of those reasons. So, all right, 641-1010, come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win.
A pair of tickets to see the orchestra featuring former members of ELO live at the Florida Theater, and that's going down March 18th. Tickets on sale right now at FloridaTheater.com, but one lucky winner hit me up right now. Get them tickets for the free ski. Holla at your boy, 904-641-1010.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Constellation Brands and Lucas Tree Service. Second round play at the Players will tee off this hour under mostly clear skies and breezy conditions. Sawgrass stacked, 5 players jammed at 5 under after Thursday's weather hiccups slowed things down. Austin Smotherman's in that lead pack, and Jack fans squeezed in almost a full round before the lights went out and play was suspended. Friday is already sold out, and with parking tight, fans are encouraged to use shuttles or rideshare. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update, sponsored by Capital Glass and Shower Doors, I'm Sam Nelson.
Hey, gang, Hickett here. When it comes to trucks, the only name you need to know, George Moore Chevrolet. Right now, the showroom off Atlantic Boulevard is loaded on Truck Month with the toughest, strongest, hardest working Chevy trucks around. Silverado after Silverado, ready to work or play just as hard as you do. I just don't talk about them, gang. We got 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks in the family, and they've earned every mile, every job, every weekend. You talk about power. You talk about dependability. You've seen my boy Blue. You talk about style. If it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet you need. Stop by the Atlantic Boulevard showroom today. See why truck people keep coming back for more. George Moore Chevrolet. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's ride.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010XL.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Budweiser. And the bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
The investment landscape is always changing. New rules, new regulations, new opportunities. But at ITP Partners, one thing remains constant, and that's our commitment to your financial future. Consolidate your accounts. Roll over those 401ks. Maximizing your pension programs. We're going to make your financial journey simple and smart. Those ITP Partners, Dan Abel, Reagan Wright, Janice Cobb, Reed Wingate, Chris Bryan, and Jeff Hartman. Man, trust, transparency, and experience. It's time to put that money in motion. Don't let it sit. Let ITP Partners help you grow and protect your wealth so you can focus on what matters most. They're ITP Partners. They're stable, strategic, and secure. They're my financial partners for life. Easy to get a hold of. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com, or give him a call, 312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners.
Ahead, we build platforms for digital business. We help create your platform for digital business by weaving together advances in cloud infrastructure, intelligent operations, and modern applications. Digital business is comprised of 5 pillars. We call them imperatives because they're a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We enterprise cloud, integrated security, scaled DevOps, intelligent operations, and relentless automation. Need help with digital transformation? Ahead. Learn, grow, achieve.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, Checkmate's mascot and brand ambassador.
Why do you even talk in these ads?
People see me on the trucks, Brendan, so they expect to hear from me as well.
But I have over a decade's experience personally installing high-quality polymer floors right here in Jacksonville.
Well, I'm a professional mascot, riding around on the side of your trucks, smiling at passers-by.
Then could you at least tell people about our 2-stage polymer application process? Give your garage the finishing touch with a gorgeous floor that's guaranteed to last?
A bit busy posing for selfies, I'm afraid.
Years of experience?
Check. Adorable mascot?
Check. The team you need to make your garage gorgeous? Checkmate!
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
It's just me against the world.
Take it, we are back, and we're live at the Players, where the second round, if not underway, will be momentarily. They'll be taking tee shots, and I'm looking through our tent here. We're next to Trucks on 10.
Yes,
and we can see out to almost to the tee box here on 10. And buddy, they have those little trash bags that hang off those wire kind of those metal kind of holders.
Yeah,
and they are just full mass blowing dead into the face of these guys. So this is going to be a brutal first shot of the day. A brutal
Yeah,
first shot.
you got to be loose and ready to go. You can't like work your way into it. And I can see the trees right out here.
I got a good view of
the wind
and,
is moving.
And there's also this. They're going to be walking from the clubhouse, and you're walking, and then you kind of walk up the hill. You crest the hill, and when they get to the top of that, I'm like, ooh, this is even a little bit more.
Sometimes, the wind, like when you get into the bowl, like it's 16, 17, and 18,
you don't feel
you look
it.
up at the flags, and they're moving, but down low, it's not. Well, there's wind throughout.
Yeah, and it's supposed to blow, gusting to 30 until close to noon, and then I'm going. Listen, you know who you ask? You ask the fisherman, Hick.
Yeah.
So I got Captain Kev, who gave me the wind breakdown for the entire weekend, and it looks like this morning and Sunday the worst of the wind. This afternoon and tomorrow a little less wind.
Oh, wonderful! I saw it, and I think it was a good move. The Vikings and Kyler Murray must have had a deal done like 2 weeks ago because it was a no-brainer. You only got to pay him 1.3. There's no, it is a flat 1 year deal. I think he cannot be franchised after this year, so he protected himself that way. So it's like, all right, I'll come play for you for 1.3, and then I'm gone, or you can resign me. I think it's a good move for him. I think he found the best team to go to. It's a chance for him to revitalize or show people that he can play. There's no question, by the way, that he is going to be starting over J.J. McCarthy, in my opinion. I don't think that, they may sit there and say we're going to give each guy opportunities. Kyler Murray's head and shoulders better than J.J. McCarthy is right now. But the other thing I heard, and I heard somebody, I can't remember who it was, criticizing KOC now. And we just don't look. The GM got fired, so I'm guessing it was the GM who was making all these quarterback calls. But they have no playoff wins, and their quarterback just won a Super Bowl. And they also had Daniel Jones on their roster, and he did fairly well with the Colts. So has the shine come off Kevin O'Connell a little bit? That's a tough division. They got a lot of talent. There's expectations. It's hard for me to tell you like which team emerges next year. I think it kind of rotates in that division because I think they're all good. I think the Lions are good. The Bears are good.
They're all
now.
capable.
Yeah, the Packers are good, and the Vikings are good. So I don't know which team emerges from the NFC Norte.
I think my opinion on O'Connell would be I'd have to know whose idea was it to draft McCarthy, who loved him.
Right.
Like if O'Connell loved McCarthy and drafted him, then the shine should be off of O'Connell.
And then they take McCarthy over like Bo.
Bo Nix is probably the one they could have gotten.
Yeah.
But I don't. This is a strange one for me. Murray was in the same boat as Tua. Whoever signed him only has to pay $1.5 million. Like that's the thing with Atlanta. You can say what you want. They only paid him $1.5 million.
Right.
But if you're Atlanta and you're first, why wouldn't you get Kyler Murray instead of Tua if they're both $1.5 million?
Yeah.
Because Tua to me seems like he and Penix are super similar.
Very similar.
And I hope it's not just because they're both left-handed makes me think that, but they've got the same.
They seem like it.
Yeah, similar athletically and otherwise. Whereas Kyler would have given you another element, man. I think about a backfield with Kyler Murray and Bijan Robinson and what that could have created with that kind of speed. But they went Tua, and the Vikings get the better quarterback, and that's kind of the summary of Atlanta sports.
Yeah, but I'd be curious to see what the Vikes and Kyler Murray both sort of rehabilitation, and then ultimately who gets the blame if it doesn't work. Because then the Vikings will be on another quarterback, which would be like their fourth or fifth in the last.
Well, the Vikings.
Remember, they also could have got Aaron Rodgers wanted to go to Minnesota, and they said no.
The Vikings are in danger of getting in that Colts loop. It keeps you from having great years. You just keep these. The Colts quarterback plan has been idiotic.
Right.
And it started back, and I said it when they they got Matt Ryan. Bro, I've been watching Matt Ryan. They ain't getting anything that's going to.
Right.
So whether it was Wentz or Ryan and then Rivers and then you miss on Anthony Richardson, that's why if you're into, you were handcuffed and you had to re-sign Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
You had to. What are you going to do at the position if you don't? And he may not be ready for the beginning of the season, and I'm all good with that. I don't want Indy to be any good or Tennessee or any of them. So, but man, and by the way, it's so important in Tennessee that Cam Ward grow off of what he did last year.
Right.
And I will say this too: they get less and less patient. I mean, that's evidenced by the fact that Baker Mayfield is having success where he is, and Sam Darnold where he is, because the teams that drafted him after about 3 years just said, nah. Not the guy.
Yeah.
And the Jets, and maybe just some of it too, is it's hard. You draft a guy and you get him ready, and by the time he's figured things out, he's somebody else's benefit.
Yeah.
It seems like that happens more at quarterback than other spots.
Congratulations to the BK girls.
Oh, they
state
win?
champs.
Good,
Yeah.
nice. Get to do it right in their own backyard.
Yeah.
We had them in for the Lockett Law High School report, so
Beat
pay it off.
Beat Bishop Moore by 10 yesterday, so their first state title since the great Tony Orlando was coaching them.
Bo Orlando.
Todd Orlando.
I know. Bo was a safety for the Houston Texans, I think.
And the neat thing was that their star player was Dawn.
Yeah.
But anyway,
they were
yeah.
coached by Orlando Woolridge, I believe.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not,
what about the boys? Are they or no?
Boys lost.
Yeah.
Boys lost in the semi. So, and Fleming Island, I believe, goes for a state title
We
today.
had them in too, didn't we?
Yeah.
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 Got them all, man. Lockett Law High School report. Look at that. Look at the
It's a shout out to E. Well done, E.
Shout out.
We get the champions. He's like, what are you doing? What?
We'll talk about basketball with Big Pack
E,
Young.
E, you got no camera in there, right?
I ain't got no camera, man.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure those eyes are still open.
Oh,
over
I'm good, man.
there. I know you got a big weekend ahead.
Hey, shout out to a guy after our own heart, all our golfers out there. But, it may be hard to keep up with the Kims in the field. You got Siwoo, who's won, and Michael Kim, I think, is a big Instagram star. But S.H. Kim, had a little rough spot yesterday at 17. Did you see old S.H. Kim?
What S.H. do?
S.H. is the short for Shank, I believe. He put the first one in the water on 17 and went up to the drop zone and proceeded to put that one in the water and then dropped it again and, spun it back, but it stayed. Made a 7. When you're 3 over par and you made a 7 on 17, that stings.
Yeah, that hurts.
Just put it on the green, too.
Here's the one thing about this tournament, and it stands out. Even for these guys, there's a lot of money at stake.
A lot.
I mean,
just make a cut, you got $100,000.
Yeah, and you make a putt to get you from 7th to 3rd, you just made $1 million.
I want to give
a lot of money at stake.
I'll give a quick shout out of remembrance.
Shout out.
And we talked about this guy yesterday, but I had to bolt out of here yesterday. I told everybody I was disappointed. I thought my golf was going to get rained out, but we ended up playing. But point being, on the drive over, I put it on Sirius to listen to the players. And I heard our old buddy Mark McCumber, who sounds great. His perspective was awesome. They were talking about
Shout
this
out,
year.
Mark.
Still sharp as a tack and always had great insight and a friend of the program for many, many years.
Well, also, I don't know if he's making – I didn't know if he was making his NBC
Furyk.
debut. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a strange one to
I
me.
hadn't seen him before, but he did a great job. I watched him for a little bit, and that was good.
He is really that I would not have picked Jim Furyk as a future – broadcaster.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just for this week. Maybe has he been doing it? I don't know if he signed a deal.
He was good though. He was very personable and glib, and
he was talking about the walk from or playing 16 and going.
It's
to 17.
real. I don't think they're just being cliche.
No.
They really do. They're like, because you're not paying attention to what's in front of you, and it's rare for those guys.
Sandman was going over the steps. I walked the steps. Sandman told us from 16 to 17. It's 123 steps, and the other guy said, "You do that every year, Sandman." What do you? I mean, and Sandman's like, "Well, I'm getting older, So. That
Fair enough. All right, let's. We're heavy, right?
Yeah,
as
we gotta
always.
take a break.
Of course we are. It's a GFL Friday on the drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Jacksonville's home for Florida Gators baseball.
Spring baseball is in full swing. The Gators and Gamecocks wrestle in the swamp all weekend. Friday and Saturday night and Sunday at 1 on 1010 a.m.
Hey, Hickett here, talking about Beaches Dermatology. Man, they want to remind you to wear your sunscreen. Long sleeve dry fits, floppy hats. Protect yourself if you're out in the sun a long time. If you're coming out here this weekend and that sun's shining, man, I know it's March, but you know what? You want to get a little sun on you, but be careful. Be careful out there. Otherwise, you're going to be visiting Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader. Great folks. Good people. Something does show up on your skin, don't wait. Go get it checked out. Let them take care of it quickly and expeditiously, and you'll be glad they did. That's at Beaches Dermatology. The best thing to do is go to beachesdermatology.com because that way you can figure out which location will best serve you. I go the one right down here off Solano Road. Shout out to all the fine folks over there. Terrific people. Take great care of me. Been doing so for years and years and years. Too many to mention. So for all your skincare needs, for all your skincare products, Beaches Dermatology and beachesdermatology.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 1:35 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Who's MIA, who's coming back? Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 1:35 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, Jack, so let's talk about it. Spring cleaning feels great until your drains remind you what they've been holding on to all winter. If your sink's burping, your shower's backing up, or your toilet's hesitating like it's reading a blitz, it's time to call in the pros. Call Duck Duck Rooter. During their spring drain cleaning promotion, get your drains cleaned plus a free camera inspection for just $129. Must have outside clean out, honest pricing, proven experience, no fourth quarter surprises. When you're stuck, call the Duck. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
Hi, this is Dr. George Bari, an orthopedic surgeon who is fellowship trained in sports medicine. If you are a young athlete or a weekend warrior, I treat you with the care and expertise that is needed to diagnose and treat your injury. Come see me at Bari Orthopedics to get the care that you need.
Be sure and check out the expertise from Dr. George Bari and the entire staff at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com. And follow Doc on Instagram at Dr.GeorgeBari.
Find the Celt in you. March 14 and 15 at the St. Augustine Celtic Music and Heritage Festival with Celtic bands, Highland Games, St. Patrick's Parade and more. CelticStAugustine.com. Sponsored by St. John's County TDC.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Hold music. Hold music. Is that what we just did to eat? Hold music.
I was getting to it.
Please hold. Please hold. We had to go out and see a couple of shots here into the 10th hole, and just an idea of how different it is. We've been watching them. We've been here all week, so we've been watching the guys in practice round. And yesterday, tee off on number 10. 3 woods and irons exclusively. Haven't seen a single guy hit a driver. That wind is whipping down the 10th fairway. All 3 players, they all hit driver, and one hit it in the sand left. One hit it in the rough right, and then Eric Van Rooyen, who's the only smart guy with a stocking cap on, hit it down the middle. So the key to the early part of the round here, as you come to 10, grab your stocking caps, boys.
Get your stocking caps.
It's chilly out there.
It is chilly.
I got a question.
Is it easier to control, like, with your irons as opposed to the driver?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that's why they don't.
But the reason, well, I would say this for these guys, they all drive it well too. But the reason that they're not hitting drivers because if they hit driver without this wind, the club goes too long.
Far. Yeah.
So that's the reason they're using it more than the control thing. And I also got a question some decision making out there, gang.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm seeing far too many people in short pants and short sleeves.
The boys, yeah.
Yeah, some people are just built different, though. We've all got those buddies, right? And it's 40 degrees, and they're walking around in short sleeves and sweating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got to question some decision making with shorts on shorts today. It's chilly out there right now. But round 2 is underway. Ironically, round 1 hasn't finished, but they got to get them in. Where they would be in their round, and obviously there are no players on those later holes, so they'll go out about 8:50, finish up round 1, and then take their morning tee times. The morning going to be harder to score out here today because of this wind, and then I believe all thoughts are that the wind will lay down a little bit later.
ACC semis are set. Miami, Virginia, Duke, Clemson. Will play. So
by the way, Clemson's getting about 12 tonight. Feels like that'd be a play too.
Yeah,
but I knew about FSU because we've been watching them. That is one of the more bizarre. That's that guy got fired. Whoever put that line should be. You can't do lines anymore, friend. You're no longer a Vegas handicapper. Go back to Sioux Falls. I mean,
I was talking to a few of the boys yesterday about the Morikawa deal, and I think BetMGM voided the Morikawa. Some do, some don't. It just depends on what you're betting, how you're betting, and whether you.
I was thinking about the further irony of that yesterday, and the bottom line is every golfer on tour should send a tiger tax down to Jupiter every year because he made the money, and you know what the irony is, that guy you had to drag him off. If he could walk, he'd play. Broken bones, back fusions, get back as quick as you can with just a hunger to win. Today's athlete will get a spasm on a practice swing and haul A with their $4 million they've already made off of Tigers, trailblazing.
I walked in with Smitter, and we were talking about the withdrawals because I'd heard him on 1010 this week, and he had picked Colin too, so we were lamenting our decision. And he goes, there was a year where
Gary Smith's of the TU, the golf writer for decades.
He was telling me like one year there was 7 dudes withdrew, and he said the Elkington withdrew 1 year with hay fever.
Remember that one?
He said,
so soft. So
back then.
Whatever. I'm not going to keep beating it.
Nah,
the fact that the tour and these guys have somehow been that they've grifted. These golfers have grifted the world into paying them what they pay them to play golf is one of the great scams of all time.
I saw yesterday kind of a celebrity type deal. I thought this was pretty cool. Kevin Hart's son is a young man named Hendrix Hart, Hendrix. Hendrix Hart signed a track and field scholarly with Tennessee.
Oh, I hope he's taller than 5'2".
He's a sprinter. He's definitely taller than Dad, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. So anyway, congrats to him.
Kevin Hart seems like the kind of dad that would take his shoe off and throw it at you. So he probably maybe got some quickness around the house when you know what I mean? Some guys seem more likely just to take that shoe off and throw it if they got
get to you quick enough so they're going to take the shoe off. Yeah.
That's right. I appreciate Kevin Hart. He's got a great raccoon bit and just like right in line with, my experiences with the raccoons. So.
Bam Adebayo went for 21 last night. So
they don't know when to shut up.
It's supposed to apologize to no one.
Yeah, shut up.
Carpe diem, he said. Carpe diem.
Yeah. You know what I want? I want some team to come to town and have their guy put up 90 on the Heat.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a smart guy. You think you just make the game whatever you want. And by the way, make it a bad team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're no good. Let's Sacramento. Let's get DeMar DeRozan 100 tonight.
Yeah.
You know, or somebody in line with. Then that's the thing about Adebayo. He's not a scorer. It's just weird how it happened. I guess it wasn't intentional. He came out and somehow Bam's got 30 in the first without trying to force feed him, and then they decided to, change the etiquette of the typical basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
Etiquette that I'm talking about is the one where you actually try. it's kind of a little thing. Boy, FSU lost a tough one last night. Georgia and Mike White went out in the SEC. There were a few upsets there, and I also saw this. Ton of number one seeds have fallen in the conference tournaments. It's been a bad year for like last year of the 51 conferences, like 38 number one seeds won. Or I may have the numbers wrong. That may be too many.
Right.
But this year, like the number ones are just falling by the wayside. Include Miami University losing last night for the first time. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Miami's any good. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost their first round game.
Right.
But playing D1 basketball and winning 31 before you lose,
well, if
you deserve to be an 8 or a 9 seed.
If you don't put them in, then it's time to separate the two. It's
Yeah.
just like college football.
And
if you don't put them in, it's time to separate the two Power 5 and everybody else.
And by the way,
Mid-major.
what a difference between football and basketball. Football much more in their feelings. They'd give Miami a 2 seed.
Yeah.
They would. They're all about that little engine that can or maybe can't. So we'll talk more basketball with Patrick Young. He joins us at the bottom of this hour. We've got continuing players update. They're back out on the course right now. The leaders are 5 under par, and Austin Smotherman, the only one to finish his round, and he won't do that probably for another hour. James Gladstone met the media yesterday. There's other NFL news that continues to flicker at the end of this first week of free agency and much more. So it's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. We're back with more live from the players next.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hicken would get pancaked by a punter.
Prosser needs Liam Cohen to help him with his footwork.
They never fumble a punchline.
Expert analysis from Helmets and Heels. Weekdays 2 to 4 on 1010XL. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Campion Law and Purple Heart Pools. Play has resumed at Sawgrass. The leaderboard remains stacked. Tom Hogue, Denny McCarthy, Andrew Putnam among those that teed off this hour. You're reminded that today and tomorrow is sold out and parking is limited and encouraged to use the shuttle or ride share. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update, sponsored by San Jose Collision. I'm Sam Nelson.
Hey, Hicken here. Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. Spring and forward feels better on freshly cleaned carpets and floors. Let Zero Res remove that lingering grime and prepare your home for the brighter days ahead. Check out all the great booming customer reviews online with a 4.9 Google rating. This month, $50 per room of carpet clean. That's $50 per room. Huh. Plus, take 25% off hard floor cleaning. That's hardwood tile LVP when you ask for the 1010XL special. Hick, what do I do? You call 904-287-5727, 287-5727, or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
Leon Serza here, your lemon pepper guy. You know Wingstop always delivers. And I'm not talking about their cook-to-order, hand-sauced and tossed chicken sandwich in your choice of 12 mouth-watering flavors. I'm not talking about the house-made ranch. So good, nobody will blame you if you double dip. I'm talking about Wingstop that delivers straight to your door. And did you know they're open until 1 a.m.? So visit wingstop.com or use the app to get flavors delivered right to your door late night only at Wingstop.
Can't stop. Wingstop. The key to victory is anticipation.
The road to the regular season rides through the combine, free agency, the draft, OTAs, and mini camps.
They should be fun to watch.
Follow the off-season with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Quick question. Is your plumbing company run by plumbers or by people who've never held a wrench? At Holland Sons Plumbing, the owners are plumbers themselves. We're family-owned, veteran-operated, and built by people who understand the work. No corporate nonsense, no boardrooms, no suits. Right now, we're hiring service plumbers and residential new construction plumbers here in Jacksonville. If you want steady work, a team that's got your back, and owners who know the job because they've done it, give Holland Sons a look. Holland Sons Plumbing. Local, family, real.
Renewal by Andersen is kicking off their 31-day spring savings event. For a limited time, buy 2 replacement windows or doors and get the third 60% off. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Our acclaimed impact windows are built for Florida, helping reduce energy costs and keeping your home comfortable all year long. Offer ends March 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License CGC 1527613. Renewal by Andersen, where comfort meets savings.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La playa awaits.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, be careful on the traffic coming in today. Hopefully it'll be a little better situation than a year ago. I don't know if we're selling more tickets or what the exact reason would be, but the congestion and the gridlock yesterday was something that I personally have never seen 30-some-odd years of coming out here. All you speed demons, you got good news a couple days ago.
What you got?
The Florida House of Representatives have passed Senate Bill 1220.
1220's through.
Yeah, it includes an amendment that's going to allow highway speed limits to increase to 80 miles per hour. That's 10 miles per hour higher than the current speed limit on interstates and about 10 miles per hour lower than what many of you are driving currently. The bill got strong support, passed 87-23. Now goes to the Senate, where they will vote. Right now, the speed limit on highways like I-95 or I-10 is 70 miles per hour. But if this passes, it could go up to 80. Drivers, mixed reactions. Would you be in favor? Here's the deal. If you're not comfortable going fast, you're not going fast anyway. And at least now you know the guys coming up on you fast are going 80 because they're allowed to go 80 rather than going 80 even though they're only allowed to go 70. You know what I mean? That's where we're at.
Don't run into me.
Hey, for an early morning commuter, like you or I, go ahead and make it 90, baby.
Definitely.
There's no one on the road. That's the good thing.
Caleb Banks, broken foot at the combine. He'll be sidelined until June. That's more injuries for this guy. Same foot injury happening the night before his on-field testing. He performed a partial workout not knowing the extent of the injury. The fracture of the fourth metatarsal was surgically repaired by a doctor on March 9th. NFL teams have been but he didn't run a 5.05 on a broken foot. He's an unbelievable athlete, but his draft stock will fall because of the injuries.
Well, that will lead to a decision here in Jacksonville. He's exactly what the Jaguars are looking to try and add.
Yeah.
And there was never a way they were going to get him at 56.
Yeah.
But if he fall, and then the question you have to ask yourself, the Jags, well, do I want to do that? Do I want to take a guy who could have a chronic foot injury?
330-pound tackle, recurring foot issues.
He was a no-brainer. He had settled a no-brainer into the first round.
Yes.
He was going to be a first-round pick. He was probably always the first-round pick, even though he was hurt. I love the fact that he battled back and wanted to play at the end of the year. He had no reason to want to do that.
Right.
He didn't have any necessity to want to do that, but he wanted his Florida career on the field, and he did after missing most of the year. And He would look awful. I think if you're the Jags, you take that risk if he's there. Man, I don't know who else is there. Do you take Christian Miller if he's healthy and available out of Georgia? I don't know. Those are just a couple. That's just a different name that you see forecast there. And I don't know where the Jags are going to go. I think this is the year where they go best player.
I'm just looking at a couple. Two juxtaposition of introductory press conferences. Alex Anzalone, who lives in the Tampa area, signed with the Bucks. I think his wife went to like Clearwater Central. I mean,
Anzalone was Pennsylvania, wasn't he? When the Gators signed him,
he might have been.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's happy. He's got his kids surrounding him, and they're all. The tweet says, "Hey, Alex Anzalone, welcome home." Blah blah blah, and then. And then there's a picture of Minka Fitzpatrick with kind of a frown on his face that says, "Welcome to hell, Minka Fitzpatrick, now member of the Jets." So.
Well, he signed it. It's not like they traded you, Minka. There's a guy whose star has kind of fallen in the last few years, huh?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Minka is one of those. It's hard to get traded from a team and then back to a team. That doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
And that happened with Minka. Didn't he go from Miami to Pittsburgh and back to Miami?
I think so, yeah.
And he went back in the Jalen deal.
So, so we'll see NFL free agency. The Jags, GM met the media yesterday, big on the compensatory picks. Listen, we haven't had any kind of surprises with the Jaguars roster.
I
think a lot of us thought there would be some sort of surprise. That was all indication from the powers that be that, there's some changes in the air and not much.
I think they just, after a total review and evaluation of the season, I think they decided we did it. We did raise the floor. We're pretty good, and they'll look to do some fine tuning here for sure. And he did want. I want to point out we're not done. It's always a work in progress. Sure. It's the first day of the calendar, but we were right when we suggested if they're calling the presser, it means they're done. They're done. Chris Rodriguez is going to be the only. Through typical free agency, almost anyone they sign now, Dan, it doesn't even feel like free agency. It just feels like veteran. You do that through training camp. You do it. Guys get released. You put them on your practice squad. But when it comes to impact, it's Rodriguez.
Right.
Why not? Why wouldn't you sign A.J. Epinesa? He's got 24 sacks in 4 years. Guy gets 6 a year.
Well, we do that every year. And
we need a guy. Go get one of those vet guys.
They did last year. His name was Agba.
Yeah, do better.
Well,
they're talking about keeping him. Have they kept him?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, in 2017, we thought we were onto something a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Thought we had makings of a young, intense, brash defense.
Fournette was had a rookie year over 1,000 yards, big plays.
Offense was pretty good, and
as it turns out, the pass game was not near good enough.
Scored 45 in the playoff against the Steelers up there.
Had the Patriots beat. Yeah. Miles Jack wasn't down.
And chose kind of to sort of we didn't make a whole lot of changes, and it didn't work. So be interesting to see if.
It's hard to compare that group because they're such knuckleheads.
Here's the thing. We can do this all we want. You do start over every year. You do start over. And this group's going to have to go out. This group, whoever it is, if the same guys, doesn't matter. Got to go out and prove it. I think there's a lot of positives around here, man.
And there's also some built-in improvement that's got to come if you're going to be really good at what you do and building a winning organization. Is that we got 3 or 4 guys going into year 2 that got to show that year 2 growth.
Yeah.
Kaiser, Milam, Ransaw, even Travis Hunter, they got to step up to the next level. Because if you're going to play as part of your strategy on getting these compensatory picks, right, and that's something that good teams, it's kind of an inside fridge benefit. You lose good players, you get third rounders in return. That's not worth anything unless you make those third rounders great picks.
Yeah.
So that when your next wave leaves, they're ready to go. And I'm fascinated. Those 4 guys in particular to me.
I don't. You keep going with Kaiser.
Well,
I don't know why.
Because you drafted him in the 4th round.
Yeah, he's Foye's backup. He ain't gonna play. He's not the off-ball guy. That's you want to talk
not
about
so far.
You want to talk about Ventrell? I mean, then that's fine.
Well, he's not a second-year player. I'm talking about guys that this group drafted.
Right.
These are their guys. I'm trying to speak to their proficiencies, their acumen.
Yeah.
You draft. I think if you draft a guy in the 4th round, he's got to be a player. That's what Ventrell is.
Well, you hope he hasn't been yet. I mean,
no, I'm saying he's a 4th rounder.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You're not going to get them all in rounds 1 or 2, or you only be starting 16 guys a week.
Yeah.
And so I'm interested. So I wouldn't say this every year. I'm interested because this is still incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
The decisions that James Gladstone has made, they're, I think part of the decisions we're going to learn a lot more in how some of these second-year guys played. So, yeah, maybe it's not Kaiser in Lloyd's role, but you can't draft a linebacker in round 4. Well, maybe you can. Maybe if you're good everywhere else, he's just going to be a special teams guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And do you draft, there's some thought they draft linebacker in the second round. I think that the roster right now and what they've done does them allow them to take any position they want on defense. They can go D lineman with the first pick. They can go linebacker with the first pick. They can go safety or secondary with the first pick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do corner. Anything else I'd be fine with. Personally.
You wouldn't do, yeah.
No, I like the corners. I think the 4-corner group is as good a group as the Jags have ever had on one team. Maybe not by what they've done yet, but Jarian Jones, Jordan Lewis, Travis Hunter, Buster Brown is as good a 4, I think, that they've ever had.
I would agree with that. I mean, yeah. So, Titans' new uniforms are out.
I like them.
Yeah, they're getting made fun of.
Because of the personalized thigh pad, that's been the biggest one. They got their names on the thigh. What do they not like about the uniform?
The logo.
Oh, well, let me see it.
I don't have it.
I just saw the colors. I thought the coloring looked good. It kind of homage to the Oilers, it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit. That's the Houston blue, right?
Yeah. All right, let me see if I can see the logo here. Yeah, I don't have it. No, I don't have the side logo. I only have the front of the uniforms and definitely got the Houston Oilers feel.
Yeah. All right.
Is the logo like a cross looking thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do my own research. We're back with more next GFL Friday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's more than great drives, stellar shots, and perfect putts. 1010XL is your radio home for the Players' Championship with live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by
Dynamic Drives and Designs.
Wingstop.
And North Florida Medical Centers.
The Players' Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Jack's Outdoor Solutions and Renewal by Anderson. Round 2 at the Players is loaded. McNeely, Strata, Hodges, and others share the lead at 5 under, with Justin Thomas and Russell Henley chasing. Austin Smotherman still has to finish his opener, and Adberg, Phenom, Fleetwood, Taylor Moore, and last year's runner-up, J.J. Spawn, are all in the mix. Several golfers look to make a move today at Sawgrass. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update, sponsored by Taco Lou. I'm Sam Nelson.
Hey, the Kaproskis are back. Craig and Chris Kaprosky, Kaprosky Agency with Goosehead Insurance. For over the years, they've built their reputation the right way by being upfront, honest, and always working to find their clients the best possible coverage, the best possible price. Home, auto, flood, umbrella, specialty coverage. Craig and Chris shop the market, comparing top insurance companies so you don't have to. They've helped families just like mine countless times, man. Making the process simple, stress-free, and saving real money along the way. You want straight answers and coverage you can count on? Call Craig and Chris Kaprosky with Goosehead Insurance today. Easy to get a hold of. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com. Or give him a call, 478-8422, 478-8422. Because the right insurance isn't just about policies. It's about people that you can trust.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Create a backyard your family will love. Jack's Outdoor Solutions, an authorized dealer of Celebrity Greens, installs PGA quality artificial turf golf greens and complete outdoor spaces. From turf to custom hardscapes, landscaping, and lighting, every project is built for style, durability, and family fun. Locally owned and trusted across Northeast Florida, customers rave about their results. Check their 5-star reviews on Google. Plan your dream backyard today at jacksoutdoorsolutions.com.
Patrick Young here, aka the Big PY, and you know I love my Florida Gators. Now you can hear my Gator basketball instant reaction following each Gator Hoops game. Look for my takes on the social channels of 1010XL. Brought to you by VanguardSportsLeagues.com.
The Jacksonville Icemen are in town for 3 games this weekend, starting Friday for Teacher Appreciation, presented by Community First Credit Union. Then Saturday, it's Wizards Night. Wear your house colors and watch the Icemen do battle in special Wizard-themed jerseys. Then Sunday at 3, it's Publix Family Fun Day. Take a shot on goal on the ice after the game. Tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksonvilleIcemen.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. Iceman hockey is #Sub-Zero. If you've ever sat in a dealership waiting room, you know the coffee's cold, the magazines are old, and your oil change takes forever. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, it's completely different. No appointment, no waiting room. You stay in your car, and the techs get it done in 15 minutes. That's why Valvoline holds a 4.7 national rating, and Forbes named them #1 quick lube in America for customer service. Don't waste your day at a dealership. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, done.
Meet John and Ben Lupo, first and second generation owners of Jacksonville's Beards Diamonds.
We can do things that these corporate stores cannot do. Make decisions on the spot. Our pricing is better than anybody else's. We do not do commissions.
We really try to keep it a family environment, relaxed. We're not trying to sell you what we want. We're trying to listen to what you want.
In fact, don't be surprised if you end up spending less at Beards than you had budgeted, because they're going to teach you how to buy a diamond like a dealer buys and show you how to buy smart.
If we can save the consumer money, we're all about that. If we can achieve the same look, the same quality, and for them to spend less, that's what Beards is built on.
Why pay more if you don't have to?
Dad always taught me from day one is you got to look at the diamond. You can't just buy off the paperwork. Rather than us just saying, hey, this one's $7,000, the other one's $10,000, we're going to tell the consumer why this one's $7,000 and why this is $3,000 less, but almost looks identical.
Don't overpay at the Wall Street-owned corporate chain. Get the transparency and value you deserve at Beards at St. John's Town Center.
Hi, I'm Donovan Darius, 10-year NFL strong safety for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm hosting my celebratory 150 and 151st Football Life Camp this spring break for kids ages 6 through 13. The dates for these camps are March 16th and 18th at 5:30 to 8 p.m. These kids will learn speed, agility, football competition, life skills, and much more. If you'd like to sign your kids up or you'd like to support or volunteer, go to DariusNextLevelTraining.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, we're back on a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look at those bright green trucks and cans. Trust them for all your commercial roll-off needs. Well, we walked out there and the wind suddenly laid down. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but I mean, it went from like gust in 2025 to almost dead calm out there. So the morning wave of the second round has begun. Now there's still about, I don't know, 5 or 6, 6 or 8 golfers that have to finish their first round. Only one of those is of any consequence on the leaderboard. That's Austin Smotherman. If you missed yesterday, or just to get you aware, at 5 under par, we had 5 golfers. But Hick, the big story, I think, to me, after round 1, and it'll be fun to track this thing through the rest of the weekend, we got 52 golfers that are between even par and 5 under. And out here, the way this golf course is going to play this weekend, a 5-shot difference can be gone in 30 minutes. You know, all it takes is this dude to be eagling 11, you know, while you are doubling 12. And it can happen that fast. Just get a little bit wayward, get into trouble. We're going to have some calamities around the greens in this rough. The rough is thicker and higher than it's been in the past, and with that just a little bit of rain yesterday, we're going to have some guys look silly greenside this weekend. I think that's going to happen. And then my last prediction, and I hope it plays out this way, I think it's going to be one of those years that when we get to Sunday, there'll be 7 guys within 2 shots of the lead going to the back 9. And we've had a few of those in the last 8, 9 years. It seems when weather's involved, those are more likely to happen. Remember the year with the Monday finish? That was Cam's year, I think.
Okay.
Remember, it was just there was a million guys and the leaderboard. They were just up and down and all around. So it looks like we're going to have, for the most part, dry weather. You say some rain possibly on Sunday.
Yes.
But the winds have died down from earlier today, and I don't think they're going to get back up to the level that they were blowing first thing this morning.
And I guess the traffic is heating up out there already. I'm seeing red lines on the Google Maps.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be so much harsher this year than last. Yesterday, I guess we had an incident. There was a carjacking, and then that led to a wreck, and that shut down the Marsh Landing Parkway for a while. And there was thoughts that maybe that had something to do with it, but I'm telling you, when I leave today, I usually go out right out here to A1A and make my way back towards home, but I may go out the other way and pop on to, what is that, Solana on the other end of this TPC drive here?
Sure,
it is, right?
Yeah, it's 210, 209.
Nah, you don't know
whatever
any
it
of those
takes.
things. Over towards Doc's place.
Yeah. Who's Lee Hodges?
Lee Hodges, a lot of people don't know, is a former small forward for UNF. He played for the Ospreys back in one of the early teams. I believe he was on the 94 team.
Lee Hodges.
Lee Hodges.
Gil's grandson.
No, actually, Lee Hodges is an all-state rep. Yeah, at the Beaches. Lee Hodges.
Lee Hodges is tied for the lead at the Players.
Yeah, no, I know. There's a couple of names up there that. By the way, I guess Sepp Straka could win.
Yeah, oh God.
And I think Seth Thigala could win. Those other 3 dudes ain't winning, bro.
All right.
I don't. Well, maybe McNeely.
Hey, what's up with?
Did McNeely see the Stanford kid who won out west last year?
Maverick McNeely. Yeah, he's
That's
Stanford kid. I was looking yesterday. What did you notice about Tommy Fleetwood?
Is his hair short?
No,
I didn't see him enough. No, I saw him a little, but
Tommy Fleetwood must be a clothing free agent. Tommy Fleetwood, you would have liked this. He had on a player's hat and a player's shirt. I think Tommy Fleetwood rolled on into the store, bought a couple shirts.
I wonder. Well, I think it more went like this. Hey, mate, my bag didn't make it. Could you get me some clothes?
No, I looked it up because I was curious. I said, "Why is Tommy? What clothes are Tommy Fleetwood?" He said, "He's a free agent."
I wonder if the tournaments just put him in their gear, though. Like, I have a hard time believing he went into the clubhouse.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, they brought him the gear, but still, that's different.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It stood out to me when I looked at him. I was like, no logos, no nothing.
Yeah, I didn't seem close enough.
Yeah,
I didn't seem close enough.
Kind of made me laugh. As of March 2026, Tommy Fleetwood is a clothing free agent following the end of his 16-year partnership with Nike, currently mixing and matching brands, wearing apparel from Johnny O, Sunday Red, Vuori, Lululemon, and Pro Shop merch from places like Pebble Beach. That was Pro Shop merch he had on yesterday.
Let me send a flare up to my boy Matty Every and Riles and the folks that Live Forever Golf.
Yeah.
Get Tommy Fleetwood some gear over here, boys.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
We big believers in the Live Forever Golf. I'm loaded up on Live Forever Golf right now as I sit here. Yeah, Tommy Fleetwood's there for the taking. If he's going to wear that for free, give him yours for a couple days. Like they need my advice. The last thing successful people at a place like Live Forever Golf need, the last thing they need is business advice from me or you or us. Just like they're probably doing it just fine as they built this awesome place, and we wear a ton of it, all 3 of us.
Yeah.
At LFG. It's good stuff. I love the logo. I'm getting a sense, though, Hick, as we move along, that Maddie's not a huge fan of the logo.
That's the rawest logo in the game.
I can't. He hasn't told me that exactly.
It's a great logo.
And I don't want to, I don't want to speak for him, but I think, and Matt's not the type to be quote embarrassed. But I wonder now as they continue to grow, and if you miss the Live Forever Golf logo, it's the best because it's real, and it's Matty holding his sand wedge by the handle, and he's got it in the hammer throw position, and I mean left arm pointing to target, back arch, and he's about to just unleash that bad boy.
Wouldn't it be
best logo in sports?
Would it not be interesting if the Arizona Cardinals, and this is not out of the realm of possibility, were the worst team in the NFL this year?
Okay.
So they would have the number 1 pick, of which they would most likely take one Archibald Cox Manning.
Okay.
Who would then be the quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals, and would be throwing the ball to
Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Harrison Jr.
Yeah. That would be
Then you'd have
ironic.
Manning to Harrison one more time. So that would be kind of interesting.
What is Peyton's a kid going to be a player? Do we know about any of the other? What about Eli? Does he have kids?
I think Eli has daughters.
Daughters. Peyton has a son though.
Peyton has a son.
And he's he was playing. Is his name Knox?
That's Kiffin.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to get those two confused.
No.
Peyton a little better human being than Kiffin.
Oh, Eli Manning has a son too, Charlie.
How old are they?
No, he looks young.
I wonder if they're quarterback. I thought Peyton's was a quarterback. I thought, but maybe
they're all young though.
Peyton's got to have like a high schooler, doesn't he?
I don't think that kid's in high school. If he was in high school,
Arch is already in 3 years into college.
That's Cooper.
I know, but Cooper's not that much older. A couple years older. Cupper.
Let me see.
Cooper somehow. This guy gets all his shine from his relatives. First from the brothers and now from the son. It's not often the son's a way bigger deal when you were already a name.
Peyton Manning's son is Marshall, born in 2011.
Okay, so yeah, he's young. He's only 13.
Marshall's recently
15.
garnered attention for his participation in football-related events, including throwing passes at the NFL Pro Bowl game.
That's what I'm remembering,
Has a twin sister named Mosley.
Okay.
The Mannings, Marshall Manning and Mosley Manning. So, yeah. But anyway, that's the Manning.
All right, we got to take a break and come back and talk to Big Pat Young. Let's talk some basketball.
Oh,
Gators, a chance to add some history they've made before in a variety of ways. And more basketball talk with one of the best in the business, Big Patrick Young, next on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies. The Players Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Julington Creek Pest Control and Firehouse Subs. Round 2, the golfers are finding clear skies but breezy and windy conditions whirling at Sawgrass. One less competitor, Colin Morikawa, the two-time major champ, grabbed his lower back after a practice swing on his first hole Thursday and couldn't continue. Traffic is moving at about 25 miles per hour with limited parking. You're encouraged to use the shuttle or ride share. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update, sponsored by Green Acres Sporting Goods. I'm Sam Nelson.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida meets pool days. Hickett here for Surfside Pools. Backyard barbecues, night swims under the stars. For nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools has been the name in Jacksonville and pools, creating the backdrops for life's best memories. Weekly service and repairs. Yes, sir, they do a great job with the Hickett Pool. Remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction. Surfside does it all. Ready to float happy? Surfsidepools.net or give a call 246-2666, 246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Jacksonville, David Garrard here. If you want a street-legal golf cart that's built with quality and style, check out Dynamic Drives and Designs in Jacks Beach. They have new, used, and fully customized carts from the top brands like Atlas, Dodge, and Pilot Car. Every cart gets a complete expert inspection, so you know it's ready to hit the road. Their team can help you design the perfect custom cart that fits your style and needs. For your custom golf cart, visit DynamicDrivesDesign.com today and see your perfect ride.
Ready to put your dream car in drive? Get solid rates for the road ahead when you finance with First Florida Credit Union. Enjoy competitive low rates, up to 90 days of no payments and budget-friendly protection plans. Whether you're buying a vehicle or refinancing, stop by a branch or apply online at firstflorida.org/autoloans. Membership eligibility required. Interest accrues during loan payment deferral period. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit firstflorida.org/autoloans.
What if the next roof you put on your home was the last one? Not another replacement in 15 or 20 years, the last roof. Metlock Roofing is Florida's only manufacturer and installer of this exclusive roofing system. Engineered for strength, built for Florida weather, backed by a lifetime warranty. Imagine never needing another roof. Call 938-9933 or visit metlokroofing.com. Get your last roof today with Metlock. License number CCC 1335581.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Springtime is the perfect time to get your home organized. Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and I love our closets from Closets by Design. They create custom storage systems designed around how you actually live. From closets and garages to entertainment centers, laundry rooms, and storage for any space and budget. Make an appointment to tour their showroom on Phillips Highway and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off for installation and 18-month special financing. Schedule your free consultation at 904-878-9393 or find them online, closetsbydesign.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Shoot your shot with Prize Picks and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play your first $5. That's right. Prize Picks is now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. Don't miss this exciting chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. Prize Picks. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. And now Prize Picks has early payout. If your lineup is off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. At Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. You can choose Flex Play and get paid even if one of your picks misses, or Power Play for the biggest payout. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today, use promo code 1010XL, and get $50 in lineups instantly when you play $5 in lineups. That's promo code 1010XL to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now, time out with Patrick Young, taken by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Well done, number 4.
Covered by Kuhn Flowers on 1010XL.
They're playing basketball.
All right, let's get Patrick in here. By the way, as we do, I'll tell you that this week, Ruben Chinyelu, yeah, just the second player in SEC history to earn both SEC Defensive Player of the Year and SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year. The other to do it, the legendary, the great Patrick Young.
All right.
Joins us now on the program. Patrick, good morning, sir.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Guggen.
Yes. Patrick, did you tell me?
First, I want
Yes.
to say, Dan, I'm very sorry about Colin Morikawa, but it just sometimes it just sucks. It sucks to suck. It sucks to suck sometimes, Dan. I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, he took it hard too, Pat. He took it hard.
It was a tough one. It was a
mad.
stunner.
He was hot yesterday. I heard.
I was hot because by the way, last week Rory did it to me.
So there's no amendment that you can't
these guys are ruthless.
No, not if they start.
They're ruthless, Patrick.
No, that's not ruthless. That's fair. You can't start the tournament and then pick another one.
You could have gave me Maverick McNeil.
Yeah, why don't you just go? Yeah. What else? Should we let him drop him and then pick the guy who's already 3 under that no one has? I mean,
they're ruthless, Patrick. Ruthless. Haters is what they are.
Yeah, listen, with these soft golfers, man, you take a risk every time you pick them. You never know who gets a hangnail and can't go this week.
Patrick, did you tell me that Ruben Chinyelu is
it's Chinyelu.
Chinyelu is pre-med? Did you tell me he's going to be a doctor?
Ooh, I don't know that. I wouldn't.
No,
be
you didn't tell.
surprised,
Somebody
but,
told me that, I think. I don't know who. But anyway, I'm just wondering
I don't know
if
how
that's
you would
the
balance
case.
that schedule.
Yeah, that'd be tough,
you have
huh?
to do lab classes. Yeah, I don't know how that would work out. Those
All right,
those
so maybe
teachers
that's
don't
not the
play.
case. Maybe that's not the case.
Yeah, I don't know.
Last team to beat Kentucky 3 straight times in a season, Patrick. Who was that?
It was Bama actually last year, 2 years ago. But Patrick's team was the second to ever do it.
Yeah.
It should have been 4 times if we didn't lose the UConn and played Kentucky in the national championship. But we're not going to bring that up.
Why do you have to bring that up? You brought it up, not me. You brought it up, Patrick.
Why would I do that to myself?
That one still stings, man. I can tell you brought it up a number of times. And,
Patrick
just the months.
Because everywhere he goes, Patrick says one of the questions he gets the most is, what happened to the UConn game?
Wow.
But can you imagine if Kentucky would have won it that year? Man, I would have. Yeah, I wouldn't be on the show right now, guys. I'd be listening for myself.
Yeah, that'd be hard. Yeah, that would be hard to take. Was it a thing when you beat them 3 times in the year? Was it like, were you guys like focused on it? Did Billy acknowledge it? Was it a?
No. What was cool? Coach Donovan. Every year he came up with some kind of theme. I don't know if it was the assistant coaches, but or how they did. But that year it was about putting our hard hats on and building the foundation of a team one brick at a time. So every time we got an SEC win, we had like a custom, just a regular brick, but it was like painted in that team's color with their logo, and we stacked the wall. So like we just wanted that whole thing completed, and obviously seeing Kentucky on it 3 times, that was dope. And but we had already won the SEC regular season 18-0. And then wanted to go on. Obviously, we beat, I think it was Missouri, Tennessee, and then Kentucky, who they played us their best in that championship game, 61-60.
You obviously, it meant something playing that SEC tournament. You finished it off. You did it. How important is the tournament? For a team like Florida is now that's well established, but I guess you said how important it is. You guys were in the same spot this year's Gator team is in. You were a 1 seed going into the conference tournament and winning the conference tournament. You guys would have been in no matter what. But in Florida's case, winning the conference tournament or even a couple of games just about probably locks up that 1 seed. And Golden seems to be. I feel like Patrick, he tells his guys these things.
Coach Golden, what I love about him, like he really is a straight shooter. He's not a coach speak guy, and he's realistic, and especially in understanding like where his team is in comparison to other teams and their own performance and whatnot. And like he really does tell his guys, and he should. It's truthful. Like they are as legitimate as anybody else. As good as any team. And what I love that I've seen about them this year is that they've proven they can win a multitude of ways. Sinyulu can be off, Hout can be off, Lee can be off, and they can still find a way to score 100 points. They just play so fast, and you guys have talked about it a few times here. Teams just don't seem to be able to ever run away from them.
Right.
If they go down, they just have a way to get right back in the game. But, obviously it's not a deal breaker if they don't win the SEC tournament. But I think seeing them, and if they, in a dominant, it's 10.5 spread here for this, for the game against Kentucky today. If they run away with these next 3, I think, their odds of winning it all just skyrocket. Because I said, for me, their floor is the Elite 8, and ceiling has to be obviously a national championship. But it's not a deal breaker to not win the SEC tournament, because it could be an instance where this could be a catalyst for them. But I really would, personally, I'd be disappointed to see if they didn't win it, because I don't think anyone's anywhere close, not even Alabama.
Would you rather, as a player, have won the SEC regular season or the SEC tournament?
Regular season.
Okay.
It was nice. I'm glad we got one. I wish 2 would have been great. My junior year, we lost to Marshall Henderson and Ole Miss.
Yep.
But winning that regular season, I think it means a little bit more, because obviously on the road, there's the grind, injuries. But the tournament's special too, because you play all those games one day at a time, like consecutive days. And you've seen teams multiple times at that point. They're both special in their own right. I just think, like, look at Miami of Ohio, and they should get in. And you said it, Jeff. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost their first round game. They're okay. It's not like they won their league, 31-0. They weren't blowing dominating the league. They won a lot of close games there. But it's a blessing to make it there to the tournament because there's a number of NBA players that never even made postseason basketball. So it's special in and of itself, and that's why we love it so much.
As highly tuned of athletes as you guys are,
Thank you.
Be honest here. 3 games in 3 days. How you feeling by the third game? You okay?
Man,
Is it not that big a deal, or does it hit you?
man. No, it is. But you know what's funny? I thought about it. Like in AAU basketball, you would play 6 games in a day,
right?
And be like, "All right, what's next?" Like,
right.
And I'll take it. Listen, and from a far less
I don't get
talent
it.
standpoint, but even if you're just like a gym rat, when I was in college, we go over behind the dorms at Hume and play for 3 hours every afternoon. So it's always strange to me, you know.
Yeah. And you get tired around the end, but like you're still competing. And to you guys' point and the pundits and with NBA, like they have everything accessible to get their bodies to the best ability for the next game. So like, the rare cases are guys like the kid at Kansas, like he's got a
DNP.
I don't know what his issue is with the cramp. Yeah, I know, right? All the cramping and all that stuff. But for the most part, like, I would hate and Coach K, Coach Donovan, many of those guys, fatigue can't be a factor when this is like your last opportunity to potentially ever wear the jersey for your school. And
good point.
This is because I believe basketball. Yeah, it's a lot of skill that goes into it, but how much of basketball is effort? Being mentally aware, getting in the right places, just wanting it more than the other guy, and at the end of the day, when I look back, I'm like, I want to know I left everything out there, win or lose.
Would you put Auburn in?
Heck no.
No?
Kidding me?
Okay.
No way.
I don't even know why they're in the argument.
Run.
Yeah.
21-2 run to end that Tennessee game. That last, and I think Joe Lunardi would have got them in if they didn't end up getting blown out. But they just don't seem to be a team. Because like what they get in. Does anyone think they're going to win a game?
No.
No. I don't know how they became the poster child. There's got to be other better Power 4 teams that we should be arguing for than Auburn.
Right.
I mean, they won 4.
I know.
Well, they beat Florida and they beat St. John's. That's why.
Yeah, but
that's their main argument.
It's a lot more than that. But
they need at least 2. They need at least 2 or 3 more quad 1 wins or bigger wins to that. But like again, why expand the tournament? We're trying to argue about Auburn, who's finished less than. Are they even 500 in the league?
No, under 500 in the league.
Yeah,
under 5, and we're trying to push, trying to push them and push expanding the tournament. Nah, like and if we do expand the tournament, make it so it's a bunch of those teams that are just playing against each other earlier. To versus ended
bunch
up
of play-in games.
Right.
Yeah, a bunch of play-in games. If there's going to be any argument there, I guess. I don't know.
And maybe you
the
see
do
the
not deserve to be there.
Well, and to your point, you take it a step further. Maybe the top 16 earn a real advantage, and they shoot forward 3 rounds of these, games to get you in these qualifying games, as it were. Pat, always appreciate your insight. Next week, the tournament will be here. We'll be talking about a Gator matchup that either just happened or will be happening the next day. Selection Sunday is always a real fun time, and Gator basketball just keeps on.
You the man, Patrick. We love you. Thanks, buddy.
Man, guys, we see some hardware. This year.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, buddy.
Thank you, Patrick. All right, there he goes. Patrick Young, author of an undefeated season down in Gainesville, conference season down in
We got Daniel Murphy on deck. We'll talk to him next right here on the drill. He's out in, where is the U.S. playing? Houston for the WBC. That and more next.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live play-by-play sports were made for radio.
Well, there is advertising worth the price of admission.
And 1010XL was made for you.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infinity is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlion. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infiniti is inspected, factory-backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship-level service as a brand-new Infiniti? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Hey, Hicken here. Restore comfort and confidence with oculoplastic specialist Mary Kate Wilson, MD, at the Eye Associates, Jacksonville's expert in oculofacial plastic and reconstructive care. Dr. Wilson specializes in eyelid surgery, cosmetic and reconstructive procedures, and treatments, always with a personalized approach. Now seeing patients at the beaches, Southside, and St. John's locations. To schedule your consultation with Dr. Wilson, call the Eye Associates, that's formerly Bowden Associates, Schneider Aaron Wellness Center, and Janet A. Betchkel, MD, at 296-0098. That's 296-0098.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Soak in the madness with Into the Night with Rick Ballou, followed by Hacker After Dark. Both live and back-to-back Thursday, March 19th from 6 to 10 at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra. Before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Transform your backyard with CSS fireplaces and outdoor living, fire pits, pergolas, screen enclosures, and outdoor kitchens. CSS handles the entire project from start to finish. You dream it, they can build it. Visit CSSOutdoor.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers. They take care of us, and at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us, and it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Coach Campo here, and I just want to tell you about the best pizza I've had right here in Duval, and that's Tony D's Pizza. Tony works hard to make every slice perfect. If you love pizza like I do, you need to go to Tony D's, Bay Meadows and 295.
Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. You're listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
All right, let's get Murph in here. Right now, I'll tell you, Hodges is still 500. He's played 4 holes, but I'm looking at the numbers, and very few guys are -3 is the best I've seen so far. Denny McCarthy, but a lot of +1s, evens.
On the day?
Yeah, on the day.
Well, I will say this. That
wind has died
fierce wind that when they first went off,
Yeah.
it's died down now just to a brisk wind, but it'll be gusting some. It's a little chilly. It's but overall, they'll probably be okay.
The WBC is picking back up. Big stuff going on tonight. Daniel Murphy is the only person I know who is a member of a winning USA America WBC champion. He did that a few years back, and he joins us now on the hotline as we catch up with the Murph dog. Murph, good morning. Where are you? Houston?
What up, Nick? What up, Frost? In Houston.
Hey, buddy.
Staying at find our way to a nice hotel here in Houston. And well, if baseball protection comes from the front, then I know Patrick Young's on base after that talk he just had with you guys. He's fun to listen and talk basketball with.
And can talk the hoop. Yes.
And you're fun to listen to talk baseball with. The U.S. kind of got lucky a little bit, Daniel. They put the fate in someone else's hands, and the Italians came through. Mark DeRosa's kind of take a beat, and I guess what we're saying is we're starting the campaign right now for the next WBC, Daniel Murphy to be manager. Daniel Murphy to be manager. Just your take on where things stand, and it also looks like this to Dan and I. Are these the 8 best countries that are still alive? Do we have one of those situations? Are these the 8 best teams?
It feels like it. You might maybe be able to argue the Mexicans, Mexico for maybe one of these slots. But no, I think that maybe the decision-making process for the Americans stubbed their toe a little bit. I mean, the skipper, Mark DeRosa, came out and said they knew what was going on. At the same time, when he went on and said it felt like they punched their ticket. We all kind of started scratching our heads a little bit because that wasn't certainly the case. And then I don't know about you, but I was out there in the youth sandlots at Fort Family, adding and subtracting on my fingers and figuring out which scores was it that sent the Americans home. But Italy was the best team in the bracket play, along with the Dominicans and Japan. Like I think they all went 4-0. Which sets up, like you said, these 8 teams, good matchup, Venezuela and Japan. And I watched the Canadians as well too. They played really well down in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Good offensive lineup. They got a really
who do they have?
A big leaguer out there today. Go ahead.
Who does Canada have?
Tyler O'Neill's.
Okay.
So the Naylor brothers. So Josh is the first baseman in Seattle. I think the Naylor catchers in Cleveland. They got Tyler O'Neill, who is he in Baltimore right now? They've got major league hitters. That Abraham Toro is a switch hitter. It's a good lineup. I was watching and looking at it a little bit and just kind of teasing with my agent because we have Logan Webb. We have the same agency. He's going tonight. I was kind of joking. I was like, I'm not saying to not pick a fight with the lefties, but if you get in a spot, some of their right-handers at the bottom of the order might be they're not quite as well-known names just yet. But it's a formidable lineup, and they'll run Mike Soroka out there today, which, Jeff, you know him well. So, it's a major league team out there, and, we've watched enough baseball to know that major leaguers can beat major leaguers on any day. I mean, we saw that when Italy did that to the Americans. Local fella Jack Caglione from down in Gainesville just almost put the kill shot on us when he hits that 3-run homer.
Yes. So, so you say Canada could pull an upset. They have enough. They have enough big league talent.
The Italians were going to do that to us?
No.
Yeah,
no.
I think so. I think everybody left in this tournament, save, and this is maybe more of my ignorance than anything else, except I probably would pick the Koreans as the 8th team right now. But I mean, everyone else you can recognize their lineups. Even the Puerto Rican team without Lindor and Correa as well, and some of the stuff they've had going on, they made it through.
I love the fact that you're such a baseball fan and you took your boys to go watch the game, and that's awesome. But I feel like overall, this tournament belongs more to Latin America. It just seems like they're more revved up. I saw a quote from what's our Mariners young outfielder, Rodriguez.
Yeah. Julio Rodriguez.
Julio. I kept wanting to say Junior. Julio Rodriguez. who said, I'd rather win the WBC than the World. I love the Mariners. I'd rather win the WBC than the World Series. I'm curious if I'm wrong here. I just or what you think about, like, I was looking yesterday, ticket prices. The game tonight that you're going to, you can get in for $29. The ones in Miami are through the roof.
Well, I will say this: playing for country is more important for the Latin American players than playing for team, and that's not always the case, I think, here.
I'm just curious, Murph. What do you think about that?
All right, so I was honestly talking about this at our Blue Claws game the other day with Blake Rhodes, our pitching coach, and so I kind of have two thoughts. Maybe is one is I'm not certain, and this one is just I'm just throwing out there, but I'm not certain how many of these other countries get to fly their colors. We have that opportunity. I mean, they do kind of more as amateurs, but the real thought I had was like the World Series is like. That's our big deal as Americans. At least it was to me. And as I went through the tournament,
Me too.
like I got ready for this tournament. At the same time, almost my eyes were on the season and the campaign to get to the World Series. Like that, for me, thinking as an American, like I'm so grateful to fly the USA colors. I never got a chance to. My wife, Tori, she encouraged me to do it because I considered saying no because I didn't think it would be helpful for spring training this season and trying to go win a pennant in a World Series. So as I was talking it out, on the youth fields, I think that maybe as Americans that we built up to World Series so much.
Yes.
And I would say rightfully so, that we've kind of almost picked that is like our representing America. Like we're going to go play, for the World Series, and that's American. And I don't know what you guys think about that. That was one of the.
No, that makes sense.
Like you go down to Miami, and it's a completely different atmosphere. We played the Dominican team down there in 2017, and it will just completely rock your world as a player to play down there in, even opening day. And just the buzz that you have when the Dominicans or Venezuelan plays, even in comparison to opening day, it's not even close. And so I'm pumped to watch that game down in Miami. Like that.
I think another thing that plays into that difference is in the U.S. you don't grow up playing the national team isn't a thing in U.S. baseball, whereas in the Latin America you've got the Latin American World Series every year, the Caribbean Series, so they represent their country against other countries for those bragging rights a lot more than the U.S. does as well. So that probably increases this WBC for them too.
Yeah, I wonder if you say that because I played it down the Dominican. It's almost a little bit more intimate. It's a little bit easier for the people to get closer to the guys that are going to play in their World Series, like their domestic World Series, the Caribbean World Series, or win the Dominican League. So like that, I know the Caribbean World Series is a huge deal, and each country really enjoys trying to win that.
Murph, you have 4 kids, right?
4 of them, 2 of them with me now.
Yeah, I was thinking this, and this is how my mind works, and it's. Bear with me for just a second, and then I'll get your opinion on this. But I just thought of a great family picture for the Murphys. You got Murph, right? And I was thinking, I was gonna say, hey Murph, why don't you wear a 28 Mets jersey to the game tonight? And then I was thinking, well, his boys could wear. And then I was thinking, he's got 4 kids. How many teams did he play for?
Put one in each.
I could do a family picture one time with Murph with the Cubs, Nats, Rockies, and Mets.
I like that.
I like that. What do you think, Murph? Is that a good family picture?
I think it would be a great one. I'd be curious to see which one of them would want to don the Rockies one. You know what I mean? That one might not make the podium. You know what I mean? But I will
crop them out, Photoshop them out.
I will say. I'll be wearing my first jersey to a baseball game tonight that I'm not playing in, I'm pretty sure.
What is
it? USA he's wearing.
Tonight.
What are you wearing?
USA jersey, yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, that's awesome. I'd like to see you behind home. I'd like to see you behind home plate like Marlins man tonight, standing up so I can see you.
I didn't quite get us that close. 904. I wasn't able to quite get us that close, but I'm in the same section as my agent, so we'll be watching Logan Webb. But the last one in 2017, I did this a little bit in the All-Star games. I ordered jerseys from my teammates. And so I've got probably about 8 to 10 jerseys at the house. And then when they would come in town to play us, like if we were in New York and Pittsburgh came in town, I would send the jersey over to the visiting clubhouse and be like, Kutch, you got time? Throw your old John Hancock on this if you can. And so I got about 8 to 10 autographs of jerseys at the house. So I was looking and I was like, Kutch, you're coming with me. Andrew's coming with me. And so my oldest Noah was going to.
My guy hit home runs in 7 straight postseason games. And he's wearing an Andrew McCutchen signed jersey to a WBC game. I love you, man.
You're the best.
You're the best.
Thanks, Murph.
All right, cheers, fellas. Y'all enjoy the tournament.
He's the best, man. This guy. Y'all should all strive to be Daniel Murphy. We'll be back with more next.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
The offensive line developing into a good one, and Tony Baselli, a star. He is imposing. Coleman, Wydell, Tilsky, Searcy, who was in the Super Bowl with the Steelers last year.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars. The Players' Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Sponsored by Surfside Pools and Dynamic Drives and Design. Early in the tournament, Lee Hodges, Maverick McNeely, Austin Smotherman, Seth Strada, and Sayeth Thigala are all tied for first. Jacksonville resident Ricky Castillo is tied for 30th. Tickets are sold out today and tomorrow with only Sunday availability. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update, sponsored by Anheuser-Busch. I'm Sam Nelson.
Beards Diamonds is where Jacksonville shops for engagement rings and fine diamond jewelry. Hicken here. Beards Diamonds of the St. John's Town Center stands out in a huge way. They're local, number one, right? The owners of the Lupo is part of our community for more than 40 years. Money spent at Beards doesn't go to Wall Street. It stays right here. And here's the best part. You don't have to compromise on anything. Best selection of diamonds in Northeast Florida goes to Beards, hands down. Beards doesn't have to jack up prices to meet a corporate bottom line. Beards doesn't have commission salespeople. They have trusted advisors. Beards has all the top names in bridal jewelry like Tacori and Verragio and dozens more. And Beards guarantees to give you a better price, a better value. A lot of those chain jewelry stores are all owned by the same mega conglomerate. Different names, but they're the same owner. Not Beards. They're your locally owned alternative. Beholden to the people of Jacksonville, not Wall Street. Don't buy a diamond ring or any piece of jewelry without talking to my friends at Beards Diamonds. I say shop local, shop Beards at the St. John's Town Center.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010XL.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Budweiser. And the bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
Looking for golf that doesn't feel like golf? Welcome to Pine Royale, Callahan's new golf entertainment destination. Play a 9-hole par 3 course, compete in TrackMan-powered driving bays, and get ready for all-new 18-hole mini-golf coming soon. As the sun goes down, the course lights up. Add in great food, a full bar, and space to hang with the whole crew, and suddenly golf feels a whole lot more social. Search Pine Royale Callahan and come play today.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH, Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit DFHSalesEvent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Don't miss the music of ELO. The Orchestra, with former members of Electric Light Orchestra. Catch all the hits March 18th at Florida Theater. The Orchestra. Get tickets now at floridatheater.com.
Tara Lagaman here for Local Fair Jacks. Fresh, local produce, eggs, and meat delivered right to your door. It's where Jeff and I shop because we know exactly where our food is coming from. There's no scary recalls, just trusted local farmers. Visit localfairjacks.com.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at goosehead.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
Well, we are. Hickens going to be furious. That's what happens when you're out there just watching golf. You miss your favorite song, yeah. And for the rest of us, we can enjoy the song without that shrill crescendo that only our guy could add. So, as long as we get to that part before he returns, I think we're all safe. We're right here in the shadow of the 10th hole on the trucks at 10. Trucks on 10. You make me feel like dancing. Okay, let's just get. We're almost home, gang. Oh, yeah. I can see him. He's walking way too far away. He's not going to make it. Yeah, this is the part where I don't like him being here. And then the absolute worst part would be right here coming up. Yeah. See? Leo does it fine. But we're on the 10th hole yesterday, and it has been like a prime example of how hard it's been to get going. We told you the wind was blowing straight into their face here on 10. They, after hitting 3 woods and irons all week, today they had pulled the driver out. But it's been incredible to watch, apparently, on television. They're ripping driver, and they're only getting about 255 out of it into those winds this morning. They're offline, having to hack it out of the rough. Now this most latest group of guys, did you see some guys going back to 3-wood, Hick?
Yeah.
Yeah. The driver was a disaster. Yeah. They weren't getting it anywhere, and they were pulling it out of play. So 3-wood, which is going to make a longer shot. What about the wind? Does it die down as much as it feels like?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It's weird how
just lays down.
Really blowing, yeah.
Yeah, it is weird that it was blowing so much like before sunrise. Usually it'll keep blowing through until noon, and it takes some reason for it to slow down a little bit. But I'm sure getting no complaints from those guys who this morning probably thought they'd be dealing with worse on 10 than they are now.
How much do you know about Alex Smalley?
Not a ton.
Yeah, he's vaulted his way up the leaderboard a little bit here. He started out with started on the front, birdied 1, birdied 2, and birdied 4, parred 3. So done very well. Sepp Straka's gotten to 6 under though.
That's good. I have him in my fantasy.
Oh, very nice.
That's really all I care about at these events in the later stage. There's no Tiger to win it, so I'll just go for my fantasy. The Jacksonville Icemen make it a rich sports weekend here on the First Coast as they have back-to-back home games. It'll start tonight against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. And then your favorite team to hate, Dan Hickens, is going to come to town for a back-to-backer. It'll be the Everblades.
I hate them.
I know you love the Everblades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today's Friday the 13th, by the way. It didn't dawn on me. It's a perfect night to put on a hockey mask. Get it?
I see what you're saying there. That's good.
All right, well, it's time to talk to the head coach. That's what we do. We talk Iceman hockey, and coaches, you look at an opportunity like this for you guys. Always good to be home for 3 rather than bouncing around the Southeast, no?
Yeah, of course. It's good to be home for guys to sleep in their own bed and getting their usual routines and everything like that. So it's good to be home for a little stretch here.
Yeah, it is. It is good. And what's the Sean? What's the message as we go forward here now? Obviously, we've chronicled the year. Didn't go how anyone had hoped, how anyone had planned. But where are we? What are we trying to work on? What are we building on?
Yeah, we're still building and pushing, and you look at the standings. I think there's a few games over the last 2.5 weeks that we could have had here where we could have had 2 points, and maybe we were 6-7 points out of a playoff spot. But we're keep plugging away, and that's still our goal, and we're still going to push towards that because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Savannah has a really tough schedule coming up here. They're on the road for I think 9 games straight or something like that. So things are still up for grabs, and we just got to believe and keep pushing forward here.
Is it? It's young guys going through this. I mean, I guess my question is, junior hockey. Do they play seasons as long as these seem to be? Like,
Yeah,
are they ready for this?
I
Yeah,
came,
go ahead.
I came from the OHL, so usually those major junior guys, they're playing roughly 68 games a year.
Okay.
Then that's before playoffs. Whereas your NCAA guys are only playing like 36. So sometimes maybe they wear down a little quicker, or it takes them a year or two to adjust to the pro style of playing, almost every other night type thing. But they get adjusted fairly quick.
We're visiting with Sean Tickle, the head coach of the Jacksonville Icemen, and the Icemen, as you guys said, home.
3 straight,
Yeah.
tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. And Coach, I've known a lot of hockey players to be good golfers. Do you guys enjoy the players? Do you ever get to come out here? I guess it's going to be hard if you got back-to-back games.
Yeah. The entire team went to the practice round.
Good.
They enjoyed that. They had a really good time. I know a few guys still got some tickets to go yesterday to the first round. So it's good. And yeah, I think pretty much everyone in that dressing room, pretty much everyone in this building loves golf. So we'll all be glued to that when we're not playing this weekend.
Yeah, hockey players. I don't know. Is it slap shot? What is it, Sean? They hit the ball a ton and they're athletic. And
well, this one dude, Happy Gilmore, was really good. If you heard of him.
Yeah. You heard the guy with the skate one time, right?
That's right. Coach, good luck this weekend, man. Just keep the spirits up and throw a little win streak together, and we'll see what happens. How about that?
For sure, boys. I appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you. Thanks. That's Sean Tickle, the head coach of Jacksonville Icemen. You got some tickets to give away, don't you?
Absolutely. I got a family 4-pack of voucher tickets to any future Jacksonville Icemen home game. Visit jacksiceman.com to see the full schedule.
Well, let's do that right now. We'll come back, keep this rolling. 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. If you want to go see the Icemen, it's a great product, a lot of fun, and always good to go down there. If you've never been to a hockey game, you are missing out, gang. Check them out.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. 1010XL covers the Players' Championship start to finish. Track your favorite golfers and get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates. Teed up by Green Acres Sporting Goods, Performance Painting, and Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. The Players' Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update.
Sponsored by TopDressing.com and Kuhn Flowers. Duval, it's Friday at the Players, and the atmosphere at Sawgrass is lively. 5 players are tied at 5 under after a weather-delayed opening round, with 11 others close behind, all competing to make the weekend cut here on our home turf. The golfers are enjoying clear skies, but they are also contending with swirling, breezy, and windy conditions at Sawgrass. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard update, sponsored by North Florida Medical Group, I'm Sam Nelson.
Hey, gang, Hickett here from my friends at Prize Picks. Shoot your shot and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first 5. That's right. Prize Picks is now giving you $50 when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. And man, do we have excitement going on this weekend, right? So don't miss the chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. And it's so easy to play. You pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Get your picks right. You cash in. Pick from all your favorite sports: basketball, baseball, hockey, UFC, soccer, college basketball. Go on and on and on. Prize Picks offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. If you want flexibility, choose Flex Play, where you can get paid paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the power play. But to do all that, you got to download the app. It's easy to do. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code 1010XL. Get those $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's all up Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Looking for adventure? Need a machine that works as hard as you do? CF Moto has you covered. At Ride Now Beach Boulevard, we've got CF Moto ATVs and UTVs built for any task, any trail, anytime. Tear up the dirt with the trail-tested C-Force ATV lineup or conquer through terrain with a Z-Force UTV. Find your CF Moto ride today at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or visit ridenowbeachboulevard.com. ATVs and UTVs are for riders 16 and older. They can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends an improved safety training course.
Speed, toughness, and talent are on the market.
Joe's a heck of a player.
Track every free agent pursuit with 1010XL and Superior Fence and Rail.
And make no mistake about it, gentlemen.
The offseason rolls on with AA Automotive.
Pages in your mailbox right now.
Did you know there's local savings sitting in your mailbox right now? Money Pages is packed with real coupons from your favorite local businesses. Save money at restaurants like Al's Pizza, on pet care at Forever Vets, and on entertainment for the whole family at the Alhambra Theater. Plus, make sure to download the Money Pages app for savings on the go.
Pages in your mailbox right now.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact, didn't even need an appraisal, and with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com, the rapid equity loan program, can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the program. It is Friday, March 13th. Triskaidekaphobia, I believe. Is that what it's called?
If your triskaidekaphobia is the fear of the number 13.
Okay.
Hackadeathophobia is the fear of Friday the 13th.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, hackadeathophobia. You don't want to get hacked to death by, by Jason.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. I'll give you bonus points.
Yeah.
You're not a you're not a horror movie guy.
I don't like those.
You can't tell me Jason Friday the 13th Jason's last name. Do you know what his last name is?
Voorhees.
Yeah, that's good. See, you do know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know what it says about our culture and our society that such a big imprint is made, because of a horror movie villain that you didn't even see.
Yeah, I never saw it.
I'd say he's pretty mainstream and popular if you know his name, even though you never saw it.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Friday the 13th. That was a good one. That was the original.
Yeah.
Or one of the originals. I don't know which came first. Friday the 13th or Halloween?
Great
Dimps,
question.
what do you think? Friday the 13th or Halloween? Which one do you think those was first? Yeah, they're right around each other. Those are kind of the godfathers of the hacker slasher movie. I think so too. Friday the 13th, I think, was 1980. I don't know. Halloween was probably right around that, and the slasher generation was born. I guess today it's Scream, right? That's the big one.
There is no way this
What's
is
wrong?
real.
Yeah, what? You sure?
That J.J. McCarthy just put this on his Instagram.
No, he didn't. You can't do that. Yeah, he didn't do that. I don't believe that. Yeah, no.
There's no way
no.
he did that.
Yeah, no. There's no way.
Okay.
That's beyond disrespectful. And by the way, especially for a guy who is like light years better than you. Wasn't Kyler Murray an all-pro quarterback one year? I think he was the all-pro one year. Little man.
The boys are all, they always are.
That's rough if you're Kyler, by the way. I thought we got over it. So every time I change teams now, we're going to revisit this. Y'all just finding out I'm 5'11"? Halloween by 2 years, yeah.
I think he might have done that, bro.
I don't think he would. That was fighting posts, man. I mean, if I'm Kyler Murray and I'm coming in, I'm going right to J.J. McCarthy.
Can you check on that for me?
Am I wrong, Hick?
Who is
Am
it?
I too?
What's his name?
J.J. McCarthy,
All right,
the quarterback for the Vikings.
The quarterback for the Vikings. It says it's a picture of him and Kyler Murray's handshake, and it says "Welcome, little bro," but it's Kyler Murray.
It's all shrunk down about 3 feet tall. Yeah, yeah. That's a problem for me. Yeah, if I'm Kyler Murray, and
I can't believe.
Yeah, I don't think he would do that because I'm coming. I'm paying you a visit when I get there.
Yeah,
especially since JJ, you suck and all. Right? That's part of the problem here. That's why I don't think he would post anything. It's hard to post when you're no good. Right? If you're good, you can post, and then it's still probably sometimes, poor form. But you can't post when you're terrible. And is J.J. McCarthy anything other than terrible so far in his career? Is he better than terrible, Hick? J.J. McCarthy?
No.
He's not been better than terrible. Yeah, he doesn't.
Not been good. He's had a couple games.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. It seems to me I remember his best game was because he ran it in a couple times.
It is interesting, though, it is interesting how he's only played 1 year.
Yeah.
They turned on him quick.
Well,
he was on a good team. That's the problem.
The reason they turned up, it seems quick too, because it felt like he was drafted to be the starter. So he's only played 1, 2, but they probably expected him to play 2.
Yeah.
Right? And then Darnold held him off and kept
and
the
he got hurt.
And then he got hurt.
He got hurt. And he was out for the
that
year.
post is fake news, man.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I knew it has to. There's no way he would post that. But it's dadgum funny. I will tell you that. But yeah, I can't imagine that he would have done that. All right, the golf is off and under. Rory birdied his first hole, so he's off and going. We'll see how it all plays out. It is. I got to tell you, man, it's still out here right now.
Yeah, I think it was. They thought it would blow to closer to noon, but if it's like this, then the scores are going to go low again.
Yeah.
Because without the wind, it's not so cold.
Right.
Because that was affecting the temperature too. That wind this morning made it feel 10 degrees cooler.
The sun's not out either.
No.
I think that will be. I think we're supposed to have cloud coverage most of the day.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
But no rain in the forecast, so we should be okay.
It's
sold out here today and tomorrow. So big.
It's a terrific watch. For me as a sports fan, I love watching either major golf or players golf because there's just always something going, and it's the one sport that you can't watch an NFL game or an NBA basketball game and relate to just about anything anyone's doing.
Right.
But golf, all of us. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You all have our moments where we're as good as anybody else, and other than maybe like shooting a free throw, which is not a fair, comparison. It's like the only sport we can really kind of feel what the dudes are going through or doing or have done.
Yeah.
Certainly not to their talent level. Don't get me wrong, but and a lot of people here in Jacksonville, not just us, have been lucky enough to play the stadium course, so it adds to your viewing experience when you know exactly where guys are.
CB Buckner had a bad night last night.
CB Buckner is he is a MLB umpire.
Yeah, he had 2 pitches overturned in the very first at bat and 3 in the first inning.
Well, he's always been terrible, right? CB Buckner has been one of the real jackass umpires when it comes to being able to see what's a ball and what's a strike. So, the other side of this, and I hope Major League Baseball is done, if you can't call balls and strikes, I'm sorry, we're going to have to fire you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not putting you in AA. I'm not putting you anywhere else. CB, we have we have subjected Major League Baseball fans to you for too many years, and they've always told us you're terrible, and we've backed you, but now here's the video proof, and, you can't see 2 feet in front of your face, so we're going to have to ask you to take a hike.
Yeah.
I don't like C.B. Buckner. He's another one of those he'll jab and agitate. And
FanDuel's put out SEC win totals. Now, I'm assuming, is this for?
It's for the 12. You don't put it out for just the conference.
Yeah. What do you think Florida's 2026 win total is?
I think it's the total. It's 7 or 7.5.
6.5.
Okay.
6.5. 2 are at 9.5. Would you like to guess those two?
2 in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Georgia is obviously one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to ride the lane train and put LSU there.
No.
Okay, good. Is it Bama?
No.
Ole Miss?
No.
What am I missing?
Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Arch coming back.
Yeah.
They got
I still sometimes don't get to Texas when I'm going through the SEC. It's been too soon.
The Hogs at 4.5, Mississippi State at 4.5 are the 2 lowest. Ole Miss is 7.5, LSU's 8.5, Florida 6.5, Tennessee 6.5.
Why is Ole Miss only 7.5? With Campbell's coming back, and
I don't know, 7.5. A&M
coaching change.
A&M 8.5, Bama 8.5, Auburn 6.5. So, SEC win totals are out and about. So
A&M will be an interesting one. Elko did such a great job there that first year, had them undefeated, and that kind of allowed them the grace of getting, slumping late and still getting into the football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Can he sustain there in that league?
More and more, and again, it's so early. And they're not in pads or anything like that. But at Florida, there is more and more talk about the quarterback competition and how split it is and how 50-50 it is. And some will say, Trammell looks better. And so we'll see. We'll see. Again, you can't really judge until, and I can't help but feel this guy this guy Faulkner, the OC, likes to build his offense around his court. Like, what does his quarterback do well? And so, but in this day and age, I think both quarterbacks got to be at the very least willing runners.
How big of a mistake, and fair to point out a mistake, is it going to be if Aaron Philo isn't the quarterback? And I say it from this standpoint because they've also got that freshman.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to count on him, but Will Griffin, is that his name?
Yeah.
So you could have Trammell Jones and that big freshman, but more importantly, you could have that $3 million to go spend on an edge rusher you needed or on somewhere else. So if this is like Tua, it's a smaller scale. If you just went and paid $3 million and that dude's not your quarterback, that's a little black mark on the evaluation, the putting together. And I know you had to do it all quick.
Mm-hmm.
And fair, I don't want to go into the year with Trammell unproven.
Yeah.
And a freshman. You got to do something, but it's not like Philo has a bunch of starts. The typical transfer success story has been a guy who's played 2 or 3 years somewhere and has put up numbers.
That's
and he's
true.
now going to a bigger opportunity.
That's true.
And Philo didn't really do that.
All right, we'll see. We'll take a break. Keep it rolling. This is the drill. We're out the stadium course, TPC Sawgrass, round 2 well underway. And we'll continue and provide updates throughout the day here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. There's something about hearing the game live that makes it all come to life. Feel the energy on 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio. The Players' Championship. Here's a 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update.
Sponsored by G&H Tires and Service and Performance Painting. At this stage of the tournament, the leaderboard is highly dynamic, with Sepp Strada currently occupying the top position. Players' Championship once again features the most lucrative purse in golf, $25 million at TPC Sawgrass, with $4.5 million awarded to the champion. We'll look to see if McElroy and Scheffler can get on track today. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard update, sponsored by Universal Roof, I'm Sam Nelson.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If your lawn took a beating this winter, listen up. Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. They've just started the first of 3 rounds of premium granular fertilizer. No cheap liquid fertilizer here. Custom blended for Northeast Florida lawns. Their certified technicians apply slow-release nutrients. Rebuild your lawn thick, strong, and green over time. Plus, they protect your home from pests and termites. Call Julington Creek Pest Control today. Our family serving yours since 1984.
I'm Frank Franzi, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee in Folkestone. Man, was I impressed. You have to see these handcrafted cabins. But act fast. On this 1,000-acre farm, there will only be 250 cabins. Each phase has jumped in value, so come get your lot and lock in your equity. Enjoy living in harmony with nature, going to the grocery store in your own backyard, and connecting with people grounded in food and purpose. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is your job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, I'll tell you, you got one option. It's Chad and Sandy. Or another option, just fruitless frustration. Now with Chad and Sandy, see, they get to the solution real quick. Let's get to the punchline. Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. That's why you got to go to ChadAndSandy.com or call them today at 414-6200. Government's making moves intended to push mortgage rates lower. The last time rates dropped, we saw a selling and buying frenzy. Now's the time to prepare. You call Chad and Sandy, the proven experts to sell your home. Need max price, need to sell now, fast, easy, stress-free. Chad and Sandy got this science-based Market Max system. It's proven, it's repeatable, and they guarantee they'll sell your home. Using the proprietary Market Max, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. We trust them. You can too. ChadAndSandy.com. ChadAndSandy.com.
Most people think we only know sports around here, but they're wrong. Frank Franzi here. I also know who to turn to when I need a floral arrangement, and that's Kuhn Flowers. When you need to send that someone something special, rely on Kuhn Flowers, online at KuhnFlowers.com.
Bro, have you heard about the hottest and newest sports league in town?
Vanguard Sports League isn't just VIP, it's the standard. Smoke-filled tunnel intros, cool benches with canopies, big scoreboards, championship rings, and convenient locations all across Jacksonville. Oh, and mascot potties there hyping everyone up every game. No wonder it's the talk of the town. Spring and summer registration now open.
Search VanguardSportsLeague.com today.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
Back to the program, hanging out here. Who can you count on, gang? Just came
The
through
gang
posse.
showed up. There they go.
Oh, Lord. The posse's here.
Who are we following today, boys? Yeah. It's a golf night. There we go. Fair enough.
Oh, they love it.
They're. By the way, Jack O'Brien, if you're back listening, he brought the hat that you whined and wanted, and so I'm just going to leave here. I'm not bringing it to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Snooze, you lose.
No show today.
Keith's mad at you now.
He
so.
should be.
Yeah.
He whined and wanted, and then he brought
did.
it.
You're right. You're right. Well, there they go.
That's why you can count on Catlin.
Yeah, that's
Got
right.
Got my Diet Coke. and
They
I'm
don't
good.
say you can count on Jacko. That was
No.
never been a phrase.
Never, ever.
They've never said, who can you count on? Count on Jacko.
No, they
Nope.
say Jacko and the Wiener.
Yeah.
That's high flying. That's all
That's
I
right.
know.
High flying in the wiener. That's correct.
That's-
What kind of little nugget you got cooking there today?
Man, I was thinking about this, and I wonder if it just depends. But, finishing up here at the stadium with 14, 17, and 18, the three hardest holes would provide some great drama. And 18's always been a tough one. Obviously, that tee shot that you stare at, that these guys stare at. And I saw Adam Scott was rolling along. He was 2 under par. He got to 18 yesterday. And
Yeah.
Kaplunk
Well,
into
with the
the
win
water.
yesterday, it really made 17 and 18. I like it in 17 and 18 are hard.
Yeah.
17 usually doesn't end up as one of the hardest holes.
Man, no.
That was different yesterday for it to end up that way. So here's my nugget. This is the sense that I get based on what the weather is going to be like, especially on Sunday, and how bunched we are. We had 50 guys that are even or better, and the leaders were only 5. I think we're going to have one of those years that comes Sunday, we're going to make the turn to the back 9, and there's going to be like 7 guys within 2 shots. Feels like it's going to be one of those this year.
That's a good one.
And I don't know if that's because some of the bigger names haven't made their presence known. By that I mean Scheffler, McIlroy. Who's number 3 in the world, by the way? Right? It's Scheffler,
Morikawa. I don't know.
I don't know. Who is it? I mean, those are really the only 2 that if they establish themselves, you'd feel like, okay, that I would think they were going to win. There's hardly anyone else that
Seb Straka's got a couple. He's 7 under now, and 1 shot ahead of Lee Hodges, and Smalley is 4.
Alex Smalley.
4 under par through 6 holes.
He's Stuart Smalley's kid, and he's always known he's been good enough and smart enough to succeed.
Oh,
Hey,
but
boys.
Cam Young's got a birdie on the board, boys.
you like
5
it.
under. Huh? It's all on you, E.
Hey, I got a nugget for y'all, man.
What you got, man?
Just ever since I've joined this beautiful journey of golf, one of the things that it brought me is just the networking aspect.
Okay.
And yesterday, as I was, just frolicking along just everywhere, and I met 2 gentlemen, Josh and Stu. And I somehow got talked into running the Gate River Run again next year.
Oh, E, what's wrong with you?
Stu is the gentleman who put it together. He's like, great job. You know what? We need to get you out there again next year because next year's number 50.
Yeah,
So
no, stop it. E.
No.
No. Let me tell you what we're going to do.
We're going to clear this up, right? Hey, Josh and Stu, nice
Yeah,
meeting you.
yeah.
I got caught up in the moment.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no.
I won't be doing it again next year.
You got to.
No.
You got to learn when to say. You got to learn when to say no, my brother. There's a few things. You did the river run. You've had that experience. You don't.
Right.
If you do that again, you're going to be walking it and stopping at the Fireball station.
Yeah,
That's what you're going to do.
that would definitely be the plan this next go around for sure.
That's not. No, we're not doing that. We're out.
No, that's part of your wheel spin consequences. You're not allowed to do it again.
Hey, y'all see how-
As these uncles, we're saying no.
Hey, y'all see how my uncles do me, America?
Yeah, no, Josh and Stu, don't try no leans on my guy. All right, I'll do the leaning around here. Okay.
Yeah, we can't have that.
But appreciate the invite. And maybe you'll go out there next year and cheer on the run.
The only reason to keep running the river run is if suddenly you like running, you get the runner's high, you want to get your time better every year. You don't just go do the river run just to like we're going to the beach to go fishing today.
Because I got news for you. As much as the 9-mile training went on this year, he'll do even less
Right.
next year.
Find something. Find another
I'll
challenge.
definitely do less.
Try and find a eat the dozen donuts in a minute challenge. Something more up your alley these days.
Dozen donuts in a minute?
How about 3 sawgrass splashes in a minute?
Oh, he could do that.
Yeah, I can do. Oh, sign me up.
I don't know. Maybe
I saw him.
too much sugar.
I saw him the other day. Just pour chug.
Talk that talk, Dan. Talk that talk.
I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes.
Oh, well, that's okay.
That was E to the T.
That's why they make them.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see. It should be a great weekend. Sets up nice. The weather until Sunday. We'll see how Sunday could get a little dicey. I don't know. Though. Again, I'm just speculating. I don't know what time the rain's supposed to come in, but I know there's supposed to be rain. I saw it this morning on the
forecast. Is
forecast. Corey Sima down told me that.
Sima.
Yeah, and then said it could have some more on Monday. So. We'll try to beat that rain maybe if we have to and get the boys.
I think the one speaking of Nuggets,
Denver.
I think one thing that I took from James Gladstone that's worth kind of reiterating, because we've forgotten what this is like because we haven't positioned ourselves as a good, vibrant franchise that when it loses players, they're good players. Okay. And part of the reality is when you lose Devin Lloyd and Travis Etienne, you don't lose them just for nothing. Like, you're going to get 3rd-round picks likely in return. So got a good reminder yesterday that in the Gladstone formula, it won't always be about piling up free agent additions. Sometimes it is part of the plan is to lose one or two to get the draft capital that you want moving forward. And I'm not here to suggest that losing Etienne and Devin Lloyd is worth 2 third-round picks, but it's certainly a nice fringe benefit to have when you're a good team. And so one of the reasons the good teams stay good, they suffer their attrition, but they're good enough with the draft pick they get to just kind of replenish as they move along. So, look for probably 4 extra draft picks next year off these 4 free agent losses, and they really only signed one kind of minor guy in free agency themselves.
Well, and I saw one of the things a lot of people are saying too is looking forward and having the ability to maneuver even this year in the 26 draft is that the 27 draft is supposed to be loaded.
And I think they know that too.
Draft.
Yeah, I've heard them talk about
looking
that.
ahead. So we'll see. We'll take a break.
This draft seems to fit at least a little bit to what they need, even though it's not a great overall draft. The middle of it with some of their positions. So again, this only matters if you pick the right guys.
Absolutely.
We got 4 guys that were picked last year that we didn't, or 3 that highly picked that we didn't get much out of.
We'll see.
So
we'll take a break. We'll make the turn for home. Hand it off to the boys from Jaguars today, right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Welcome to Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why they're North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on Southside and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. Online at keybuickgmc.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010xl.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Budweiser. And the bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
Are high-interest credit cards and other loans sucking the life out of your finances? It's time to say no more. Let Loan Pronto tap the equity on your home and get the cash you need now so you can pay it all off. Hey, it's Prosser here. Corey and Jack called Loan Pronto in a matter of days. They had $160,000. They kept their 3% mortgage intact, didn't even need an appraisal, and with all that cash, they wiped out all their credit cards and 2 car loans, saving $2,000 a month. You can do it too. LoanPronto.com, the rapid equity loan program, can get you $100,000, $200,000, even $500,000 in cash. Chloe and Ethan just did it. Consolidated all their high-interest debt into one super low monthly payment, giving them an extra $1,000 a month. Imagine, pay off all the credit cards, slash your monthly payments, breathe easier. Get your life back. Interest rates are at 3-year lows. Call Loan Pronto today, 904-999-1500. That's 904-999-1500, or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
All right, Jack, so let's talk about it. Spring cleaning feels great until your drains remind you what they've been holding on to all winter. If your sink's burping, your shower's backing up, or your toilet's hesitating like it's reading a blitz, it's time to call in the pros. Call Duck Duck Rooter. During their spring drain cleaning promotion, get your drains cleaned plus a free camera inspection for just $129. Must have outside clean out, honest pricing, proven experience, no fourth quarter surprises. When you're stuck, call the Duck. That's 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
The Players' Championship returns to TPC Sawgrass March 10th through 15th. Experience golf's most iconic stage with enhanced food and beverage offerings, interactive fan attractions, and an atmosphere built for every type of fan. See the best players in the world, including world #1 Scotty Scheffler, 2025 champion Rory McIlroy, and fan favorite Brooks Koepka take on the legendary Stadium Course and the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, welcome back. Making the turn for home. Hanging out here on a Friday, Golf Friday at the Players.
Golf is the one sport, and I think you can always find certain situations and scenarios where it's as good or at least close to replicates watching it on TV. Golf's the one sport where you lose something if you're at the tournament. Like when it comes to following the golf tournament, because it's the one sport where competing action is taking place, 2 miles apart. So, it's fun to be. I guess the point I'm making is I always like coming out here and spending at least a day absorbing the tournament.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Sunday afternoon about 2 o'clock, man, if it's a normal tournament, I like to be home where I can just see where it's all happening. And I think you said it earlier, back when we were covering it back in the day, we would spend that afternoon in the media center watching how it plays out. Because if you're overseeing this guy make magic on 16, you miss the important, shot and moment on 13.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. It's kind of a neat thing to watch. I was just looking at Frank the Tank.
Sure.
Frank the Tank. He weighed more than 500 pounds.
I believe it. Frank the Tank is a barstool guy. Well, he started as just a guy, and then he became a barstool guy, and he's just a big, neurotic knucklehead. That's what he is.
He is, but he is walked 900 consecutive days with 0 days off, and he's lost half of his weight.
What's he down to?
Down 250 pounds.
You can definitely see that he's lost some.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Does it make his speech any more clear though?
No. That's how he was
at
his best, and that's how he is now.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely tell, Deb. He kind of looks like Beef there. Sorry, Beef.
Oh, gee.
Doesn't he? A little bit there. Second one. The second one.
That's cold.
Let me see it again.
I'm not doing it again.
Okay. Well,
you said it.
Beef knows I love him. E.T. will take the ribbing about about those things a little better. If you know what I mean. Will you be at, you're playing Sunday here, there, everywhere? What you do?
Sunday?
Yeah.
I'll come out early, watch a little bit, and then go to work.
I'm coming out tomorrow with Holmes, so that'll be fun. Me and Pops will make our way out here bright and early. This is where it's an advantage that I'm so used to getting up early because I do not want to fight a lick of traffic. So I'll come out here at 5 in the morning and sit if I have to.
Yeah.
All right? Getting out's not the problem. Getting in is.
Oh, yeah.
And yesterday it was terrible. Today, I don't know. Was it not quite as bad? Tone, what'd you have driving in today?
We had an accident on my way in, so one of the lanes was shut down. Usually it's pretty fast coming in, but it was about a 10-minute delay.
Okay, but nothing out of the and what about yesterday? Could you tell it was going to be, or were you?
Yesterday was better than it was on Tuesday.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I don't know what was going on Tuesday. Like usually it's about a 25-minute drive from my house to get parked here for the Players, and Tuesday it took an hour and a half.
Okay.
For no reason. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, E.T. We've we spoiled the intro a little bit here, but playing our next interlude.
The 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Well, lots of thoughts about James Gladstone and his presser.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We'll rip into all that. Tom McManus will join us here on the program as he does on Fridays. And that is our question of the day. Basically, getting back to the free agency thing, right? More than specifically Gladstone, but it's about the work that Gladstone did or didn't do in free agency this year. And it's basically just asking, are you satisfied with what the Jags did or didn't do in free agency over the course of this week? I think if you start looking at it overall, the work that they got done, I think it's fair to include the extensions they got done in season with Van Lanen and Jacoby Myers. If you want to look at their free agency haul, I think it's fair to include those guys in it because they wouldn't have been here if they didn't get the deals done. Right. So they prioritized it. They got it done. So I consider that kind of part of the free agency haul for the Jaguars this offseason. But obviously it's been a week where when the GM's going to get up there and talk about the compensatory pick formula, it gives you an idea of where they're at right now.
The only one that doesn't make any sense, and even what they say about him doesn't align with how it played out, is the whole Devin Lloyd thing.
Yeah.
Like, everything that he described the kind of guy you want to go get. And because he landed on a contract that certainly seems like they could have,
Right.
I guess they don't believe in him continuing to be that guy. It's the only thing I could come up with.
I think it's a positional thing.
Yeah, that's true, too.
I think that's fair if I'm comfortable with an NFL team, specifically the Jaguars, because that's the team that I follow and cover. Right, I am very comfortable with that team saying we prioritize this group of positions.
Mm-hmm.
We're not willing to overpay at these positions, and if the positions you're not willing to do the big overpay on are off-ball linebacker and running back, I'm good with it. Right, like from a league perspective, I'm good with that being it. You got to be right because Devin Lloyd was so good last year. But as I said on Monday or Tuesday when we came in and everything was reacting to the contract he got with Carolina, I think. And I try to put this out there for Jaguars fans, you got the best season of his career, likely last season. Like, I don't know that Devin Lloyd will ever be better.
It's hard to
than
have
he
a year
was.
like that, even if
Right.
you're an all-star.
Right. Like, talked about in the league defensive MVP halfway through the
Yeah.
season. Like, I think you got the best career season that he's going to have, and he'll be an okay player. Like, I think he'll be an okay player, but I don't know that he's worth $15 million a year to me.
Yeah.
That spot I don't think is worth $15 million a year necessarily. At that off-ball linebacker, it's just not.
Well, have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today. Enjoy the weekend out here if you're coming out today, tomorrow, Sunday.
Be safe.
Hopefully
Have a good
not
time.
Monday.
And we'll wrap it all up on Monday.
Swerve, 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 swerve.
10